Okay. Hello. Welcome back. Where once upon a roll we played Dungeons and Dragons. Last we left off in the climax of the Velaveria games. You had just finished um, a series of, let's say, trials where you had to discern what was wrong in a room in one of her dollhouses, as you were shrunk down to fit inside said room, and fix it. You had come across that and came through that, seemingly passing with flying colors, when Velaveria animated and set some of her toys on you. Initially, far too many for you to possibly handle, seemingly, but you managed to talk her down to a more even playing field. You made it through the combat, and with that, acquired the fourth and final win necessary to have won the game that she had set up for you. Now, all that was left to do was to gather yourselves up, collect Sunlar, and make your way out of this place at last. As you were returned to your normal size and got your bearings about you again, though, you noticed Sunlar beginning to stir, beginning to come to consciousness, which is good, with the exception of now there were two identical Sunlars, both coming to consciousness at around the same time. And you realize that this is one more thing that you have to untangle. Velaveria continuing her playful games where even to claim your prize, it seems you have to play some sort of game. Though any rules or explanation as to what's going on was not afforded to you, that is where you have been left off now. This situation where Veliver is nowhere in sight. There are two identical Sunlars, at least at first glance. You all are still a bit achy, some of you more sore than others from the recent pint-sized combat. So you're still kind of coming down off of that adrenaline. Unless anybody has any questions or things that they want to add, that's where we'll pick up. Does anyone have any
Now that
questions?
we're
Anything they want to know? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say now that we're out of combat, I'm gonna go give 20 lay on hands to both Melody and Ezekiel.
All
So
right.
they aren't so low.
20 lay on hands?
Yeah,
That's
20
20 hit
just
points.
for
Yep.
you. 20 for both
Oh,
of you.
okay. I was like,
What you think you get? Like, what do you mean?
20
She's gonna
total lay
slap
on
me 20
hands?
times? What?
Do it.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna start
Do
rolling
it.
right now.
Yo, Lil,
Oh,
now that we're out of combat, I'm gonna put Ezekiel back in the dirt where he belongs.
Now that we're out of combat, I'm ready to beat the shit out of him without turns holding me back.
Perfect. Now I'm relieved.
holy crap!
Ow,
All my bardic
ow,
inspirations
ow.
are gone. That's impossible.
Who used all my inspirations? I was saving those for a rainy day.
Who are you people?
Good thing I have my backup infinite bardic inspiration.
I missed one
wild.
session and you guys fuck up my character.
This is so out of character. How dare
God.
you? Horrible.
Ruined it. Ruined it.
Soiled it. Soiled it.
Oh yeah, it's soiled it. Soiled it.
Anyways, So Francesca walks up and through the cold steel of her gauntleted hand somehow imparts life-giving healing energy to the two of you.
All right.
All right.
Crikey.
There's two of them. Are they like? Do they have the same mannerisms? Do they like both look confused?
They're both
As
coming to now. They're currently sitting in the grass. They haven't stood up yet. But they're both at first getting like they're looking around, seemingly a little bit lost, a little bit foggy. One sees all of you and cocks his head curiously, and then the two meet each other's gaze for the first time, and you can see the eyes go wide as if in shock, and the two recoil a little bit away from each other.
So, it's either eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or we just bring both because that was the game, right? We get to take Sunlar with us, so we'll take Sunlar with us.
I don't think eeny, meeny, miny, mo is a good option. I hope you were joking with that.
No, so she's gonna start going eeny, meeny, miny.
No, wait, hold
mo.
on. Let's
Catch
see.
a
Let's
tiger
see.
by the tail.
Oh my goodness.
Ephiola's, let him go. And Persephone's getting closer to Sunlar. She's doing this to the two Sunlars.
Oh my.
Oh.
Could I also approach?
Yeah, sure.
But I'm actually inspecting both of them.
Okay.
You know, I could. You know what? I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna go up to Suggestion. If we're unsure which one's which, I'm pretty sure I can just sending, but I'm gonna let them do their thing.
Honestly, I don't see the problem in bringing both of them, but sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind keeping Veli around.
Surely they have both many powers to contribute to this fight, you know?
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
also, we've grown to have a friend, so
And our friend does
important.
not like fiends. It is all a very big win for us, all things
It's fun.
considered.
Yeah. I mean, what a better ally than to have a human origami folding fey deity of sorts. I don't know.
She is a bit temperamental, but I'm sure we can walk past that for sure. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all make a fine
besides,
point.
everyone has those days, right, Ellie? And you don't mind traveling with us now, and we can play all sorts of games together.
I don't know who Melody's talking to right now, but
I don't either. Quite strange.
Right, there's no belly. There's only Sunlar.
I'm gonna nudge
Yeah.
Francesca
she's
and be
over
like,
there just talking to like
okay.
a ghost, like she's faced away from you guys.
It's actually her trying to trick Belly into responding.
Yeah. She's like looking.
She's like,
anything?
right, Belly, you'll be
Any-
good. And
right,
Belly's like,
Belly,
oh, yeah,
right?
yeah, oh, oops.
Yeah. Oops. Who?
That's
Do
not
over.
fair.
That's not fair. You cheated.
You cheated.
As you are approaching Frederica Persephone, one gets to one of the Sunlars. Let's call them Sunlar 1. Gets to his feet, followed shortly after by Sunlar 2. Sunlar 1 takes a half step back away in a raspy voice. Hold on. What's going on here? Looking between the two, the Sunlar 2 and you as you approach Persephone. The second one speaks. As he steps away, kind of putting more distance between himself and everyone keeping the Sunlar 1 as well as the party as best as he can within his field of view, it seems. But stays silent. What are you doing, Persephone?
Oh, I've stopped going eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I'm going to just, whichever one's closest to me, run at them.
You're gonna run at them?
Yes!
Okay. So at this point, Sunlar 1 would be
Yes,
the
whichever.
one that you're running at.
Sure.
Okay. Could you make a... I don't know what saving throw. Just roll a d20 right now. I'll tell you what saving throw for in a second.
It's a 12.
Okay. Use that 12 to make a strength saving throw.
13.
Okay. As you run at them, the plant's vines around, or the plant life beneath your feet, begins to grow as an entangle spell was cast beneath you. You are restrained at the moment by these overgrown plants.
That's
Sunlar
no
looks
fair.
down at his hand as he looks at you as like, sorry, Persephone, if that is you, you must understand I am a little... You must understand my caution.
I don't know
where
which
I
one's
am. I
you
don't know
either.
who that is, and I don't know whether I can even believe what it is I'm seeing or feeling at the moment.
Oh,
Don't know how I got here.
fair. I mean, I kind of do. I walked in here, but I don't know where he is, and there's a lot of questions, and I don't know which one's you, and I was just trying to figure that out. I mean, harmlessly. As harmlessly as I could figure. I had a plan.
Which one's me? Hold on. Who is
I don't know.
who is this one?
That's the whole
the second
point,
one
is
coming and
there's-
talking up. This is going to be hard to do.
Yeah. This is my point. We don't know who you are. Or which
The
one is
second
you.
one comes up like,
One
which
is
one
you,
me?
one
Why
is
are you
not.
talking to that? Whatever
Because
that
you're
is. Like, hold. The second one comes up and is like interjecting a little bit into the conversation.
Why don't we separate them and ask them questions that only Sunla would know the answer to? Things that happened when we were with him that we were all witness to, but someone else wasn't.
Aw, my way was much more fun.
Please proceed. I do love a good show. I just, for simplicity's sake, it seems like that might work.
If we do that, though, what if one of them is... He points a little bit towards Ezekiel.
What?
I mean, that he
What?
had... I mean, do you need me to... Do you remember that story I told you that you told everyone and then forgot?
Oh. Yeah, of
That
course.
is true. We do not know what he has gone through during his recovery period here.
Hmm.
I mean, it might not be a bad idea,
Mm.
but I just don't know if that's
So
all we can go on.
wait, so are you saying that you have them both tell the story and we figure out which one's the truth and which one isn't?
Well, I'm saying that she took a memory from Ezekiel. So if we
Who's
try to
to
figure out who
say?
the real Sunlar is based on how
Who's to say
things that
she did
happen...
not take his?
Exactly.
Huh.
Could Sunlar 2 speaks up. Could someone just explain to me a little bit where we are right now? What's going on?
I've already explained. We don't know where. Well, we do, but don't. We're somewhere between, Concordia and Pomona, but also elsewhere entirely. Like, this place exists in a different time or realm. I don't know. It's a room, apparently.
Sunlar 1 speaks like it appears as if it's the Fae. I've been there. Recently, I was there, I think. He holds a hand, fingers up to his temple as if trying to recall, still kind of shaking off the cobwebs coming out of the fog.
Well, that's exciting. I mean, You know, at least now we know it's the Fae. We didn't know that before. I mean, maybe we did. I didn't. That's cool. I mean, if it is. I mean, if it isn't.
It was a desperate attempt at escape. Yes. We were fighting. I had taken the other group to the Bloodlands, and it all went wrong. I opened a portal here to escape, to get away as many around as I could, and ended up. Well, after that, it gets a bit hazy. Next thing I know, I'm here.
You were unconscious. You looked much better at the moment. I mean, not entirely better, but better than you were. I was very concerned, and, you know, I mean, if you're you. I mean, either way, a standing Sunlar is a better Sunlar than the unconscious Sunlar. I mean, you were breathing, but.
The Suna that's talking to you drops the spell around you. Suna 2. If whatever is going on here is a product of the Fae, which it certainly seems like it, this is just some sort of trickery. Obviously, he says, pointing at Sunlar 1. Tricky that we don't have time to deal with. What's been going on here? What have you been going through? And we need to get back out there. We need to get back to the Asmodeus line.
Well, we've been trying to get you and Melody because you were both. We had to play games to secure your freedom so that you could come too when we leave. I have no idea how long either of you've been here, you know, addressing both of them with equal measure.
Oh dear. Are you like waiting for like a
No, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I'm not really trying to game anything here. I mean, I guess I could get closer now that I'm not, but I don't want to be entangled again. So it's like my approach.
Which one are you asking?
Both. Either would let me, I would.
Okay. Sunlar 1. I prefer you didn't unless absolutely necessary. Just until I can figure out what's going on here. Sunlar 2,
well, we could just bring
drugs and
both, right? Right, that'd be faster. I mean, if speed is of the essence. Which it kind of is. Definitely, I would say so. You know.
Well, if that's possible, Sunlar 2 says, then absolutely. Whatever gets us out of here and back to the front quickest. Sunlar 1, I'm not sure if there must be a reason whatever did this.
The nearest that I could tell is they wanted to play.
What if dealing with fey creatures in the past, they are rarely so forthcoming with their motivations. Maybe its only way out is with you. I
What
just
was
don't
that?
know if
Suggestion?
it would be. What did you say? Suggestion?
It's me. Hi, hello, Dune.
Hi, Dune.
Hey, Zen the DM.
Yeah.
While all this is happening, I would very much like to swap my remaining spell points for a single sorcery point to pull off a subtle spell detect thoughts.
Okie dokie. On which one?
I don't really think it matters. Whichever one, let's play Eeny Money Mo. But I'm just gonna go off of the results of Persephone's Eeny Money Mo.
Oh,
So
she
that
hasn't
one.
finished it. Finish it.
Well, whichever one she
This-
attempted to tackle, I suppose.
The one that was closest to her would be Sunlar 1.
Okay, so one, yeah. That makes we're gonna go with that one.
Okay.
I wasn't tackling.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We assume that whenever Persephone is rushing something, it's to tackle.
Yeah. I mean,
As it has
That's
been,
wild.
as
would
it
have no
always
idea of
will
this.
be.
Justin would not know any of this.
Okay.
She tends to do this.
So, you cast the spell. Peer into its head. You can see Sunlar 1 initial thoughts are... The surface thoughts are... Where is this? Can I trust them? Can I trust whatever it is they're talking about? Skepticism is what you get on the surface.
We're going further, beyond.
So that's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah, we love wisdom saving throws on druids.
On high level druids
don't know
and
that.
or crazy fey creatures. Yeah, no further beyond. No further beyond that.
Yeah.
No further beyond
So-
that. Damn. Well, they know.
And yeah, and Sunlar 1 looks over your shoulder, Persephone, past the group, and makes eye contact with Suggestion.
Whoa. How would you know it's me?
Because
Hmm?
it knows. Oh wait.
If it
If
fails,
it fails, you gain insight to the. It's a blah. Either way, the target knows you are probing into its mind unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts. The creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends. The target knows that you are probing into its mind.
Now's my chance.
But I subtle spell.
Yeah, but it knows that you. So it didn't see you cast the spell. The spell says. This.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It
have
takes away
you
the
use subtle
traumatic-
spell to cast the spell all sneaky like, but you detected thoughts. You've linked your mind, and now he can see, sense, is aware of that link.
Damn. That's how it works. Good know.
So now's my chance because he's not looking directly at me. I mean, it probably draws attention away, getting closer again. But yes,
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to dash up to him and
Okay. Gonna make him fire like lightning bolt, you guys. What are you guys? Everyone's
Sure.
attacking.
yeah, no, I'm
No,
not. Yes,
no. What are
I
you
am.
doing?
I am
You dash
attacking
up
him.
to
Kill him.
Yes.
You're attacking him.
No, not in that. I'm going to plant a kiss on his cheek. Just see what he does.
Okay. Sure. So you rush up to Sunlar 1 and attempt to sneak smooch him.
It's not really a sneak. I'm not.
Regardless, I think I'm going to make some sort of reflexive save for him.
Yes. Good.
As you rush up and attempt to plant a kiss on his cheek, he does catch you kind of by the shoulders, arms, and reel a bit away from you, eyes wide. Stephanie, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just so happy that you're not, unconscious and that you're awake.
He looks down at you a bit confused, and that's... Well,
Like when I thought you were gone, it was very terrible. Like the thought of you not being you and
I can assure you that I am me. Second Sunlar says, and I can assure you that he is not. Again, I don't know why we are wasting our time here. we should just leave. Whatever. If you are so sure that whatever creature or being is safe enough to take out of here, why are we wasting time in here?
Now that's interesting. I mean, I didn't say safe enough. I just said, it's an option.
I assumed that you wouldn't propose an option that you felt was particularly dangerous. That would be foolish.
I think we might be. Could probably separate them, as you thought, Francesca. If one of them is trying to pretend to be the other, one of them is Velaveria.
We can only hope we catch them in a slip-up then.
Perhaps, but if I was pretending to be someone that I didn't know, well, seeing how they speak and how they move and act, that would help me to pretend more. So whichever one of them is not real, seeing the other, the real one, interacting with us, with Persephone, and answer questions, it's just going to make it harder to tell the two apart, I think. Or I could hit them.
Yeah, I'm not sure separating them would work. I mean, as far as we know, Belly can see everything in this place, so as long as we're here, I don't think that's gonna work.
Also, I don't think hitting either of them is a good idea.
I kind of think that Stephanie had the right idea. Maybe we should make a game of this. Is that what y'all want?
We should all try to kiss them.
Sure, one of us will succeed. Persephone is giggling a lot. She's very pleased.
At the mention of game from Bishop, could I see number 2's reaction to that, if there is any?
Sure, make an insight check.
Not very insightful, but I'll try my best.
Looks real to me.
Sorry. Okay. Well, when? 17.
17. Not bad. You can see Sunlar number 2 does seem aware of everything. Again, he's standing a bit further away from you all, the first one, and is watching and attentive to as much as he can. It seems the eye is constantly shifting, the ear occasionally twitches. At the mention of this, he does look over towards Bishop, and the expression seems a bit curious, like strange thing to suggest in this circumstance. Sunlan number 1, as he kind of lets go of your arms, Persephone, and keeps his hands up, palms out towards you, like, are we okay? Like, you're not gonna do anything like that again? Well, if it's proof one way or another that we need to get ourselves out of here. He extends his arms up away and is ask me anything. Like, how do we do that? You all don't know me too well, but well enough, I would hope.
Well, you'd know us well enough to trust us, right? Each and every one of us.
Hmm. He looks to. He looks at you. It's like, ah.
All of us?
Scanning. It's like, well, the doppelganger here, certainly not. The rest of you, well, some more than others.
Who's responding?
This is the first one.
Okay.
That's the one you asked, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Certainly some more than others. But in this circumstance, at least, trust as far as your ability to discern me from the fake, he says, looking to number 2. You've come this far. It's like when I don't. Sunlar 2 comes up. I don't know why so much attention is being put over there. If it is no difference one way or another, if all of us, including the fake, again pointing to Sunlar number 1, are safe to leave here, certainly we should leave here.
If we knew how, but we kind of don't. And there's an issue with the fake, the things that it can do, the people that it still needs to help. If it maybe it was a bit more honest, we'd all be friends, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Just another sore loser and cheater who makes lame games.
Low blow.
Persephone is
Ezekiel's gonna
wincing.
shake his head.
Sunlar number 1 looks a little bit confused, but then as if like wheels turning in their head, kind of seems like, okay, she's trying to antagonize whatever this is. And Sunlar 2 has a similar expression at first glance. So whatever it is that has done this, has brought you here, and is now taking my form, this is Sunlar 2 speaking, has been doing this kind of thing for a while, then?
I don't know, I
What's
guess
your
so.
guess?
I mean,
Yep, seems like that's what it does. Yeah. She does.
Lotier goes over to Ezekiel.
When's the last time you heard from Kaya?
Oh, well, probably been a while out there, hasn't it? It's not good. Been a bit. Been a bit. Hmm. I have a question for you. I trust your judgment. I can only do so much. I have truly exhausted everything over the course of this expedition.
Mhm.
Do I send for Kaya and make sure they're okay? Although I think they're incredibly capable, or do I wrap this up here? I don't. Maybe sending works, maybe it doesn't, but I know sending will work for Kaya.
Would be. I don't pretend to know what those magics are, but I've seen Kaya do that before. I don't think she's ever been in this circumstance, however. I don't even know how that
Right.
works. What if you were trying to send it to Veliveria? Did it even go to her now, or do you just picture the person's face? Because if you did, would they both get it? Would only one? How does the magic know? And
I don't know.
uh,
It might go to both, which is my concern.
if, on the other hand, if you send it to Kaya, even if something was wrong, it's not like we could do much from here at the moment anyway. But
Right.
every minute that we take is so much time that we're wasting out there.
Right. It's your team. It's our team as a whole, but you've been with them for longer. I trust your judgment. I'm gonna go for a kind of like a handshake motion.
Okay. He'll, you know, reach past it, clasping your forearm.
All right.
He releases you and heads back, scratching the back of his head as if trying to figure out what exactly is going. Did Sunlar have any birthmarks you noticed? Maybe we should check them.
So, thinking about Ezekiel and something that Ezekiel and Valivaria did earlier, Persephone's going to position herself between the two of them, extend both of her arms with her pinkies out, and go, "Do you promise to help us defeat fiends?"
The two turn towards you. You stand between them, pinky extended towards each of them.
On the material plane. Yes. And, if you promise, I don't see a problem. Because you promised to help defeat fiends on the material plane.
Okay, so you're doing that. Sunlar 1. Hold on. Let me make a couple of rolls real quick. Okay. Sunlar 2 looks to you and I mean that is what we do, isn't it? I don't know why I would need to promise you that, Persephone, but if that's what it would take, I certainly do. If that's what it takes to prove to you that I am who I am, I don't see why the fake wouldn't agree as well. Sunlar 2 says, looking over your shoulder towards Sunlar 1, who looks at you a bit odd. Persephone looks down at your extended pinky, almost hesitantly. What are you doing?
Well, it's just something I saw. Here. And so, it seems to have significance here. So, yeah.
So you're just still there, just pinkies out towards each
Yep.
of them?
Mm-hmm. This seems as good a way as any to ensure that, whatever, because it was brought up that possibly this was, maybe not
Okay.
safe, but if it's, promised to help with the
Sunlar
fiends.
1 walks up and extends his hand out towards you, and between his thumb and forefinger, takes your pinky and gives it a little shake, like a handshake. Still seeming a bit confused.
Well then.
Sunlar 2 comes up and, I mean, if that's what it takes, and mirrors that. Shaking your. So now you have both
Oh,
Sunlars
you-
on either side of you, gripping your pinky between their thumb and forefinger, kind of shaking your hand up and down.
You're both hopelessly ridiculous. So it's one, right, guys? Like,
That's, yeah.
I think so.
Is that your? Are you claiming that? I don't.
no,
You don't know how to
I'm-
make that
No,
claim.
No,
like
I'm not making the claim. I'm just,
Oh, okay.
giggling while I'm not seriously. Just, what is this?
Wait. Hold on. One says, like you. That's how you know. That is how you're going to make your decision. I mean, you're not wrong. It is me, of course, but I kind of don't want you to have come to that because I've done something ridiculous.
This whole place is ridiculous.
That cannot be
Yeah.
my defining characteristic that sets me apart from that one.
As they're talking, could I just quietly divine sense?
Okay, sure.
Divine sense.
Quietly. Is your divine sense normally loud?
Depends on my mood, I guess.
Divine sense! Celestial, fiend, or undead. Tiny little signatures from, like, the toy box. Other than that, nothing. Unless yours is enhanced divine sense because you're a watcher. Is that the case?
I do think the Watchers one is different, right? Isn't it?
If it is, let me know. I just looked at the
Bet
basic
they
one.
were.
I
No.
don't speak Druidic. It's not different?
Don't be good.
Oh no, it's something else. I think it's a channel.
I got the
divinity
regular
thing.
one.
Yeah,
The
it's a-
regular.
Wait, I do have. Hold on.
Don't you have a channel divinity?
do
Abjure
have
the
one.
extra play. You could try to
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like
Oh,
one
wait,
of them, I was holding.
so you could try
Abjure
to make
the
it run away.
make. Well, yeah, I mean, I think naturally one of them would run away because I haven't really been a good playmate, I guess. But who knows? I mean, Can I use that instead of divine sense? It's fine.
You can.
I'll use that.
Okay, so Abjure the extraplanar. Can use your channel divinity to castigate unworldly beings. As an action, you present your holy symbol, and each aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, or fiend within 30 feet of you that can hear you must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it's turned for 1 minute. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can. Alrighty, what is your save DC for this?
Shitty.
Shitty.
DC 13.
You're gonna need a terrible roll for this to work.
Come on,
Come on,
RNG.
that one. Come on, that one.
Unfortunately not. It was a bad roll, not bad enough.
Damn. Bueno, I tried.
That would have been great. All right. So the Soonlars have stopped shaking your pinky. Where's Evan?
Excellent. Has anyone got any other ideas? I need a moment.
I could maybe put down an area where everyone must tell the truth, and then we can make them answer questions.
I don't see why not.
Uh,
If that works.
It's not a bad game, but why don't they just tell us what their favorite game is? Maybe. What do you like to play, Sunlar? 1. Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait,
Sunlar
hold
1.
on. I'm. Why are you looking at him when you say Sunlar 1? What does that make me?
Ew.
Well, yeah, it makes you too. It's
I don't think the Sunlar 1 looks. Why would it matter what they label us? They're trying to figure it out. Well, I just think it attributes betterness to you. Maybe they're more inclined to think that you are the real one if they designate you 1 and me 2.
Why are you so insecure?
yeah. And what do you want?
I
Right, you can be Sunlar 1, and you could be Sunlar
Suna
38.
1.0.
Sunlar Alpha,
Yeah, Sunlar
Sunlar
Alpha.
A, Sunlar
Mm.
Alpha, or Chocolate Thunder.
Okay.
Sunlar, Sunlay.
Sunlar and Soleil. Sunlar
Souffle?
and Sunlar. Grum.
The question still stands. What's your favorite game?
Favorite game? You asking to You are still asking Sunlar 1.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Sunlar Prime, as they
Sunlar
like to say.
Oh, Sunlar Prime. Yeah, there you go.
Sunlar
Sunlar Prime.
Prime. That still attributes originalness to.
Insecurity will be the death of
Wait,
you.
hold on. Let's make this fun. How about you both answer at the same time? At the count of 3. Right. Y'all let me know when you're ready. I'll let you think for a moment.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yes, then answer it at the same
Answer
time.
at the same time. 2 different voices, same time. I got this. Hold on. I could do it.
Hey, that wasn't the same
go
time. It's that one.
Hmm? Wait, you ready? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Uh,
Sure.
What are we doing? What? Oh, what are they doing? I'm sorry. I'm invested.
Yeah. They're gonna both answer at the same time what their favorite game is. All right, so at the count of 3, all right?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
All right. So at the same time, one of them, Sunlar 1, says lantern paths, and Sunlar 2 says dragon chess.
Lantern path.
Not very quite heard of that.
Yeah, what is Lantern Pass, by the way? Is that something that we would know what it is? I have
Not
no clue.
necessarily. No.
Hmm.
Ezekiel, could you make a history check?
You got it? Alright. History. You know, the thing that cleric is good at. Oh,
Melody,
actually, I am
Melody, you can
Oh.
as well.
Nat 20. 25?
Nice. Never mind, Melody,
Whoa.
you're irrelevant.
Crazy.
Let's go. Let's go.
So, it is an old. You know of this because it's an older elvish game. If you could call it that, it's not necessarily competitive. It's played on a board. It's a cooperative board game that starts off dark with like full of tiles. Each tile has a dark side and a light side, and you essentially take turns making a path. And at certain intersections on the boards, players have to pause and either tell a short story or like pose some kind of moral or philosophical dilemma based on the symbol on the tile. And the lantern only moves forward at certain points with certain tiles. Like if both players reach a consensus on like the moral dilemma, like what you would do or like what the right answer is. So it's a game. It's more like a thinking game that a cooperative game that requires the players to think, connect, debate, listen, and eventually in the end compromise. And that's the only way the game can.
Mm.
And then Dragon Chess is like chess, but with three layers of it and a lot of pieces. That's very, very strategic and not
Ah.
cooperative. So you recall this. You've never quite played it before. You might have seen on occasion some of the older members of your village playing it, but you never really understood the point of the game. As a young child, it might not have seemed that fun or entertaining, as they sit around just basically debating philosophy for most of the time.
Yeah, they're just stroking their beards or kind of like with their bracelets kind of shimmering. No, I think it's this. I think it's that. No, that's not the right way about it. Wow, I haven't heard of that in a long time. Lantern Pass. Oh. That guys, Lantern Pass is for Bishop. It's an old Elvish game.
And he proceeds to describe it to the
Yeah,
best of his ability, which with a natural 20 is basically exactly how I described it, more or less.
Perfect.
But in an Irish accent.
Of course.
Oh.
You know,
I think I like that.
how old does that make Sunlar?
Um,
If that is Sunlar.
I mean, you said that the older people would play it in your village, right?
Yeah, they're old. Okay, they're ancient. Like, I don't think the fact that they're stroking their beards in the first place just indicates as they're elves, they're full elves, how old they are. I was never too interested in it as a kid, but maybe Sunlar is a
How
man of
old is
culture.
Sunlar?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He looks like he's like 32, maybe.
Well, that just means not much of anything to an elf, if I'm being honest. Maybe he's
What do you mean?
320.
Wait, how old are
we
you?
should get them.
Do you not think
Oh.
that the one that would be older is this weird eternal beings that has stories told about her? Is that not more suspicious? The one that likes to play with people with like a cooperative game more than Dragon Chess, would she not? Why are we debating Sunar's age right now?
I don't know what dragons just.
Well, I mean,
Right.
regardless, right? Wouldn't it
I
be
don't know.
fun to watch them play it?
To
I
play
think
it
No.
you are just getting caught up in all this. Why would we waste time watching them play a game?
I agree, Sunlar one says. I've never been much for games in the first place, so I apologize if my answer seems to have cast doubt as to who I am. It was the only one I
We are not
recall.
talking to you. Go over there and be quiet while we discuss amongst ourselves. You are a problem to be solved, not part of the equation. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Slay! What the? Yes, queen!
Yeah, no, I did have my doubts about you, Francesca. Very well. I shall remove myself from the solution. He takes a
Thank
step
you.
back. Still seems very amused by your little lashing out. He's wearing a smile at the moment.
So, now that we can talk in quiet and peace, jeez, what is the ongoing debate about? Who likes which game better? Perhaps this was not a good question.
Well,
Hmm.
the way I see it, right, anytime we try to take things too seriously, every time we try to solve things with logic, that it doesn't work. I mean, it seems like the only way that we can do anything in this place is if we follow the rules, and that's always playing a game, having fun.
Yes, but that appeases the small child. What if we stop appeasing her? Perhaps she would just show herself and it would be done with.
If this is another game, is there something to be won, something to lose? Like, what happens if
believe
we
in her
choose
perspective.
wrong? Does the
I
like-
believe she believes that we need Sunlar specifically.
yes, and if we choose wrong, what do we not get? Does he stay here and we take her out instead? What then?
I
And
don't
what if
know.
we
I
just
don't know why we do not just take them both.
yeah, if we just take them both, but
But we
Yeah, I
seem very
mean-
set on trying to figure out which is which.
I mean, I'm okay with taking them both too. It's just
Who
seems
here
like
is not
why
okay
make
with
it a
taking them
thing?
both?
it's so weird.
I'm not.
Part of the back of my head is itching a bit as to why she wouldn't just say, "Here's Sunlar, can I come with you too?"
Perhaps she just believes we do not require her, you know? All she has done is play the games with us.
Maybe we should be
Doesn't
trying to
sit
talk
right
to
with me.
her.
I just think it's in her nature to play games, and
I do agree we should not be focusing on Sunlar so much. I believe it would be much easier to suss her out than it would be to suss him.
What if, for
yeah,
whatever reason, she needs us to get out of here? What if that's what she wanted this whole time? I don't know. I might be a bit conspiracy brain.
I do
It
not
just
blame
seems
you.
weird.
Those elves did speak of such strange tales when it came to this woman. I don't think we should handle her lightly, but it does not seem as if she is completely malevolent either.
Mm. Just
yeah, the word mischievous is what comes to mind.
yes. And would that mischief be dangerous if we, well,
Mm.
brought her out of here?
She
What if-
seems to keep her promises. Suppose she actually holds her word to Persephone.
Yeah, I mean, I would think she would keep her promise, but I mean, helping us fat fiends doesn't mean that she's not gonna go on and do all these other things that are gonna create problems either.
Helping us
Perhaps,
fight
perhaps.
fiends is also open to interpretation, and we've seen how she interprets things.
Fiends that
I
are
think
turned
it's
into
safe.
dolls are still not as dangerous as regular fiends, at least.
Well, the
Mm.
method of which how one would help, her definition of help could very much be dangerous.
True. Perhaps she sets off some large explosion in the center of the world. You never know.
It turns everything into glitter and stuffing.
Exactly. She is a bit unpredictable on that front.
Well, maybe we should talk to the expert. Melody, you spent the most time with her. I mean, what do you think? What do you want to do? Do you think you could figure out who she is? I mean, is she even one of these Sunlars? For all we know, she's not. She created a copy, and she's not even one of the copies. But, yeah.
Hmm.
What do you think? Right?
I don't know. I mean, the vote doesn't sound too bad, but I guess we can try to give it one more shot.
What another shot?
Try to play a game. Oh, custom. You know what? Back in my day, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We used to play that, back at home. That doesn't sound like a bad idea right now.
I
Melody, we're trying to get back to the Bloodlands. And the sooner we do that, the better. But I don't think bringing this thing with us is really a good idea. We can't trust it. It's obviously trying to play tricks with us. We could be adamant about maybe taking it with us, but it doesn't care. If it wanted us to get out of here, it would have led us there already. We won the games. So no, I don't trust its word. It doesn't bring back anybody so far. What if it just brings more dolls into here? If we can convince him to only do fiends, yeah, hell yeah, fucking great. But that's not the case.
I can always talk to her and
Got it.
to bring more fiends, but just I just thought it being nice not to leave anyone behind.
Well, until I can bring back my other friends, we're not on good terms.
See,
Do you think you can try to convince him to at least stop being Sunlar? Because I can't.
Of course. Um, hey, Val, Vali, Valeria, I know you're in there. Um, would you like to come out and just be yourself? You don't have to be Sonar. I mean, who wants to be Sonar? Sonar is, I don't know. I mean, look at his hairline. I mean, you can be who you want to be, but be yourself, Val. We don't care. We just want you to be yourself.
All right. So, to any of them in particular, or to both?
She's talking to both of them right now, but she's kind of looking at number 2 a little bit harder.
Okay. I can only be Sunlar because that is who I am, Melody. I don't see how you can't see that. I mean, this one just chose a game that predates most of your lives. Well, further than that, predates most of the lives of your ancestors. Number 1 looks over and asks, "Who?"
Hmm, this is going to be a lot tougher than I thought. Hmm. Well, if you come out right now and not be Sunlar, we can head back to the Bloodlands and you can turn, more fiends into dolls and you'll have more toys to play with. Eventually, you'll even get bored of us, but I hope you don't, it'd be nice and, we can stick around a little bit longer, but just think about it. You don't have to do this, Veli. Just, just come out. We all are trying to get back home.
Then what are we? I still just don't understand why we are just standing around here. What's stopping us from leaving? We can just leave. Even if it's us and the imposter there, it that seems like a perfectly viable solution. Once
I
we
don't
get
want
out
to
of here,
leave. Oh, wait, sorry.
you don't want to leave?
Oh, I don't want to leave with an imposter. I want to leave with Sunlar and with Veli. Say it again, Veli. Come out now. You don't have to be Sunlar.
The Sunlar number 1, he shakes his head and is like, "I'm not Veli. I looks over. How come this one isn't even answering you?"
I'm gonna approach number 2 a little
Well,
bit.
that's number 2 that you were talking to.
Oh, great. Of course, yeah.
You approach number 1 then, or number 2? The other one,
No,
one that hasn't answered. Which one are you talking?
number 2. I'm talking to number 2. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's the same one that you've been talking to this whole time.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
But actually, I think I'm gonna look at number 1 instead.
Okay. As you look at number one meets your eyes and is almost glaring. This intense stare.
You'll 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 come with us. Are you going to, Valley? Or can you at least stop being Sunlar?
Did you go? Are you talking to number one or number two?
I'm talking to number one right now.
You can see his jaws kind of clenched. He's like almost like a chewing motion right now. I don't know who that is. I am more than willing and ready to leave the place as soon as. Well, I'm not going to do it without you all. So that means, I guess, as soon as you've come to your decision. And he glares down at you with a bit of, like, almost scorn. What was that about my hairline, Melody?
Ah! Ah! And she looks back to the group. Can we huddle for a second?
As you walk away, he narrows his eyes at you, and Sunlar 1 kind of just, like, runs his bangs through his fingers, like lifting them up and like feeling at his forehead with his other hand.
um, guys. Okay, I think I have an answer. I think it's number
Do
two.
you?
Veli is number two. I've never seen Sunlars look at me that way. He did so much as today when I talked about his hairline. I don't think Veli would care about hairline.
I'm sorry, that's a melody. I thought it was number two, and then I thought it was number one. Now I think it's number two. Two.
I just thought that she goes, I don't think that she would care about hairline.
I mean,
Lisa at first.
Otier clears his throat as he just stands off to the side.
we were. She was like he was very well looked after, and I mean there were. I don't think you could say she wouldn't care, because she clearly does. Because her toys would be disheveled if she didn't.
But
Well-
would she take the same personal offense about her hairline if she was not Sunla? You know?
If she's the one who's been looking after it for however long, probably, yeah? Don't you think?
I don't think, but
I
whatever
would be
you
mad
think,
if
I
you said my
guess.
doll was ugly. Certainly I would be angry. You're not calling me ugly, but my doll, that's, never mind.
Yeah, but
like my
hairline-
dolls are beautiful.
Yeah, but I mean, hairline is more of a genetic thing, not a taken care of thing. I mean, if you have a bad hairline, you just have a bad hairline, no matter
I
how
don't want
pretty
to
you
talk
get.
about this.
I don't
Oh.
like where this conversation's going.
I'm gonna pat Otier on
Not
the
bad,
back.
Otier.
Didn't realize it's with a bunch of
No,
baldness.
no, you're fine. You're
We said receding hairline. Bald is different. Okay, you rock
Yeah.
it. Leave it be.
Yeah, bald is beautiful. Yeah.
yeah. See, hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of nudge him. I'm gonna point to Fred. You feel better?
I don't think we should shave Frederica, Ezekiel.
Okay. You know what? Fair
First,
enough.
what?
Well, you know,
No.
on second thoughts, he looks at Frederica. You can see him kind of imagining what he looked like bald.
You imagine
Okay,
it,
you're gonna
or
dig
you
yourself
touch my
into a
hair, and I
hole.
will hurt all of you.
Okay.
Except Persephone. Francesca.
Looking at her, I think she could do it.
No, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it.
She's got the face shape for it, I think.
Don't hear,
Oh,
please.
A nice
going
even
back in the huddle.
complexion.
It's like- Excusing myself from this conversation.
I know how he feels. My God.
What? That he think that you would look good bald?
Why would I don't want to be bald?
I'm not saying that
Anyone's
you should.
hair-
I'm just saying that if you would it be a bad thing? Your hair is great. It's good. But I'm not saying
Good.
you should.
My hair is
I started
luscious.
with great. I started with great. It's a good after. I thought
can't
great might
believe
have been
this.
putting it on too strong, but
Ezekiel's like face palming, just shaking his head. You had a good thing going for you. Nothing.
hold on.
Wait,
hold up.
there is one
Ezekiel
thing.
pulls Otier pulls Ezekiel off to the side of his separate huddle. What's up, Fred?
We know, and I'm whispering now, I guess, to the team or whoever's in this huddle.
Me.
We know that Sunlar is old. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. He's old, right? But like old. I think he mentioned before the Blood Wars, the creation of it. Can't remember. But maybe we could ask them that and see how they respond to that. Does anyone actually remember? Because I have like a faint idea.
Am I still in the huddle?
No.
Otier pulled you away.
Absolutely not.
Yep, makes sense. Makes
I-
sense.
What do you?
I don't
Hmm?
know that any of us know when the demons and devils started fighting. I think they've always been fighting since they came into being, probably. I mean, that's really old. A really long time ago. I mean, then it came to the material plane more recently, but it's like forever.
Yeah, Sunlar does not predate the Blood War. He knows what happened, like, before it came to the material plane. You guys were alive before it came to the material plane. But no, the Blood War has been going on since.
Well, I'm
before
sorry. He's not that
history.
old then. Gosh.
No, he's not. He's not. He is not millennia old. No.
His receding hairline says, "Oh no, I'm joking."
No,
What do you mean, Ezekiel? What happened? Did I miss something? You said I had a.
No.
What did I do?
No.
I just. What?
Listen,
What do you mean? No, I'm
listen.
listening. Listening.
She said that. Oh no, bald people have good hair, right? Right? They're
Sure.
like bald people, acceptable. In fact, amazing. And
Yeah.
then you said
No, she said.
you said
She, yeah.
that she should go bald.
No, I didn't say she should. I just said she could. She. I mean,
Well,
she
you
said it
heavily
herself.
implied it.
She said bald. She said bald is beautiful. What? I don't. I
Well,
think that
she said bald is beautiful on
Yes.
you.
No, I didn't know that she was speaking specifically and not generally. I just thought that she might prefer it.
Well, I just trust me. Speaking upon a woman's hair is never a good thing. I'm gonna put both hands on his shoulders.
Even in. Oh, okay. He
No.
looks into your ass and just never. Okay. Got it.
My
Alright, so I just have to. I get the no walking this one back. Then just gonna like chalk it up as a loss and move forward. Or can I?
no, chalk it up as a win,
Oh,
but a slight misstep.
oh, okay.
And
Win
don't
with
bring
an
it up again.
asterisk. Got it. Don't bring it.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
won't.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Alright. Got
All
it.
right, all
We'll
right.
call it a draw. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
get
for
back
sure.
to. We
I'm
should
gonna
probably get back.
pat
to
him on
this.
the back, and then we go
Yep.
back to the group.
Gotcha.
All right, perfect.
So,
All right.
oh, did you figure something out? Have you got
Yeah,
something?
yeah. Actually, wonderful things. You wouldn't believe it. Anyways, what are we talking about?
Roderica, just to clarify about earlier,
Oh, Spirit.
I want it known. Just clear the air. Your hair, I don't have any opinions on it. It does nothing for me.
God
Alright,
damn
let's get
it,
back to this.
Walter. Yo.
God, okay.
Bishop's just stunned. He's just like, what the? But then he's also kind of amused.
As
Like,
in, no,
he doesn't know
Tyr
what's
kind of
gonna
just like
happen.
locks back into like the let's solve this similar problem thing. That's his expression right now.
I'm gonna go over
If
to
I
the
could
little
banish
table and start
myself,
sipping some tea just to see the magic unfold.
if I could banish myself, I would.
If I could banish, why can't you?
I
So,
don't have it, and I don't have the spell points for it. I'm out of energy. Maybe I should banish him. Go on. What were we saying?
so Frederica's lovely hair aside, I
I'm self-conscious now. I'm soothing myself. I'm soothing my hair.
I did
I-
not say that. I did not say
I
anything
told you
about.
to drop it.
I mean, she's beautiful, isn't she? Sort of.
Certain not because of her
Of course
hair.
I am.
Well,
mean-
Wow.
okay.
What you said,
Say yes. Say yes.
Clearly.
but you
It's
said,
that simple.
but you told me.
Jeez, I don't want to keep talking about it.
God
I just
damn
don't
it.
understand. You told me not.
Okay, bad advice aside, let's focus here.
advice?
Let's focus. Let's try.
You're blaming me. Okay.
Yes, I
Go
am
on.
actually, but not for. Yes, this is all your fault, Ezekiel. But that's besides the point.
No. No. Okay.
Okay, so
Couldn't help but
so
over here. But do we really have time for all of this?
we don't. And I have an idea and a plan, and no, it's just a thought. Really, the thought
Didn't
is that
Francesca tell one of you to back off? I'm gonna point
well-
to him.
It's the one that spoke up again. That is the one.
look, we said we're allowed to take Sunlar with us, and like so. Let's, I guess, both of them, because I don't know how to solve this, and I know that she can meddle with your thoughts, you know? So it's possible. So there is no way to tell, because anything that he could know, she could know too. So there really isn't a solution. And besides that, if I could get them to promise, both of them, to help us with fiends on the material plane, you know, getting rid of them, why not?
I don't see the problem in just taking them both. I know one of us objects, but to be quite honest, this is ridiculous. Um, I'm I'm more than ready to go walk in the forest quietly. I'm gonna look at Otir and just move on.
Ezekiel, could you, well, we're not promising anything, but just do the motion with me, please, in front of both Sunlars?
Pink, what? Pinky promise?
Yes.
You know what? Sure. I'm gonna go up. I'll lock pinkies and I'll kiss my thumb.
Mm.
I don't know what I'm promising. Don't hold this
No,
against me and break
no,
my
we're not
pinky.
promising. We're just doing the motion. I'm very clear. No promise made
Okay.
here. We're just.
You know, I'm just scared because I've already made too many pinky promises, and if someone breaks my pinky because I accidentally break it, I'm not gonna be happy. Just flat out.
This is the motion.
I'll break your pinky.
Sunlar.
Why would you break it? Oh.
Is it some sort of somatic gesture for a ritual of sorts?
I think it might be. I think you have to do it specifically that way. It's, you know, a pinky promise.
You know what? Wait. Why don't we just have one of them? Why don't we have them pinky promise that they are the real Sunlar?
I mean, we could, but then we might miss out on what Valeria could, contribute to our war in the Bloodlands.
I'm not
And
saying
if
we
she was
don't bring
honest.
her. I'm still camp. If she reveals herself, we bring her. And
No,
if
but
not,
if
we
she
try and bring her anyway.
promises that
Whatever.
she is the real Sunna, then she becomes the real Sunna, right? Is more
Oh,
what
no.
Persephone
I
is
didn't
worried
even think
about.
of that. Wait a second. That is. I didn't even
Um,
think about that.
I'm gonna point to them. I'll have to break someone's pinkies today then.
Mobster Ezekiel was not on my bingo card for today.
He's gonna say with like a big smirk on his face.
either way, this isn't entirely up to me. It's whatever you all think, but, time is of the essence, certainly. And, that's about it. It's like, are we going to make a promise that we're going to help, and then Sunlar leaves with us? Both Sunlars. And if it's not agreeable, then you have the floor, whoever's got something better.
You know what? I kind of have an idea. I'll be over here, behind this tree. Shoot. I'm gonna start walking.
Do we have any thoughts, ideas? Does anyone think it's... I mean, I think Melody said earlier that she thought number 2 was Velaveria. Does anyone else have any thoughts right now? I don't know. Number 1 seems a little bit pushy, which I don't know if that's... I'm sorry if, it's really you, Sunlar. But...
What if we burn down the forest? In here. It doesn't like when we mess with this room. Well, burning is an exaggeration, but we can do something. Well,
Wait,
no, we're trying to get
let's
both.
go-
You know what? Don't
let's
listen to me.
Go and break the heads off of some of the trolls?
Wait, maybe this is all just a distraction. She could be any one of us, technically, if she's taken on Sunlar's guys. I mean, Fred.
Oh my gosh. No, I assure you, I don't want to hurt a tree if that's, I know, but in this particular case, it's not our trees. We're in a room, apparently, so. I mean, oh my gosh. Oh my fucking god.
Maybe we should just go with the simple answer and let's all get the fuck out of here. This is.
I may or may not be in a private Discord chat with one or all of you.
But what?
All right, which one of you is the imposter among us?
What is an imposter?
Oh my god.
It's me. I'm looking, man. I'm looking. I have nothing.
The real Fred would have loved my compliments.
So, do you not
No,
think
she wouldn't.
an area of truth would be effective? No.
I mean, is there anybody here that can do that right now?
Yes.
That's what
Not
she's
offer
suggesting
it if I could not do it.
Yeah, then go for
What
it.
if,
then. Go
what
for
if we do a trust fall?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, just go do
I
that.
am beginning to believe that perhaps Fred has been replaced.
No, think about it. You trust fall anybody you trust.
Instead of this guaranteed magical way to figure out the answer, how about we
Watch
play
this,
a
and I'll fall
game?
back.
I will tell to catch her if she's gonna fall back.
I'm falling back.
Yep, you catch her.
Okay.
See, trust. I'm sorry. Maybe it's this place.
So what are you saying?
Are you saying that we should have them fall back and we should just not catch
That
the one
is
we don't
exactly
trust?
what I am wondering as well, personally.
Well, I don't trust any of them, so maybe this game is bad.
Why did we bring this up then? What the heck?
I do have, and I have maybe, depending on the results of these actions, but I also want to leave, but I also don't want to leave without my other friends that I've made here that are also stuck here, so I feel like I
Who
can't
are you
leave.
talking about? Who are these other friends?
I assume the elves that she bet.
Yes,
Yeah,
the ones
yeah.
that turned into whatever they turned into.
The ones that went out and attacked Velaveria? Okay, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, they were trying to get back home.
I would like to do something.
Okay.
As I'm behind this tree,
Mhm.
I know this is me asking for a check, but I would like to make the same motions as me normally casting a spell.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna make the same I'll say the same thing I always say for sending. Hey,
Okay.
this is Ezekiel. If you are the real, if you're the real What? Why am I legit? Sunlar, if you're the real Sunlar, could you raise your right hand? I'm gonna peek behind, back over the tree, try and see if
Okay.
anyone raised their hand.
Could you make a deception check?
Sure.
Or performance, your choice, I guess. As you are not
Oh.
actually casting a spell, I assume you are trying to play on the, like, maybe Velavery is always able
Yeah.
to perceive type of thing, yeah.
That is a 10.
A 10 on which, performance or deception?
Performance.
Okay.
I didn't make the same score overall, but performance.
Yeah, you might have been a little too grandiose gesture. Neither of them reacts. Could you make a perception check as you're looking around the corner that you...
Okay. That is a 21.
Okay. You do see one of them that's kind of been the observant one, number 2, that's been keeping everybody in their view this whole time. Eyes scanning around, and they do flicker out towards you and catches you peeking around the tree, but soon after that goes back to what they were doing.
So that's Sunlar 2 that's been observing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sunlar 1's the one that was trying to, I guess, according to Francesca, butt in and was a little bit overstepping at times. Amused.
Mm.
Maybe. Maybe not amused, but definitely with Francesca in that moment.
Well, I'm incredibly amusing, so of
I
course.
mean, just wasn't something I was expecting from you. Not something you had shown before.
I gotta make a decision.
All right. If we're taking both of them anyway, I don't think it matters sitting around debating which one's real or not. If we're doing this circle thing, let's do this circle thing. If we're doing this pinky promise thing, let's do this pinky promise thing. But if in the end of it, we're just going to take both of them anyway, why don't we just take both of them now?
Yeah, we could just take them. It seems like we're not gonna figure this thing out. I mean, if you want to do the circle thing, give it one last hurrah before we ultimately take both of them out, then go ahead. But I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. At least it seems like it.
See
Francesca?
any issue?
I feel at this point it is more of a waste of time to figure this out and not just take them both. If we can get some sort of promise out of them both that they are not going to be too chaotic of beings, then I don't think we can ask for much more at this point.
Hmm. I don't know if a promise would be enough for. Uh, I don't know. I mean, Veli has played a lot of tricks on us, so uh, why not something more official, Veli? Like maybe a contract or some sort.
I believe the thought as those are synonymous. At least here, maybe. Can she make contracts? Can you make contracts like that?
Well, we
I don't know. I don't know. Then can we maybe shake on it? Do a blood pact? I don't know. Valley, what can it? What will it take you to promise us nothing will happen between our parties?
You're talking like a fiend, Melody.
Oh no,
Mm.
it's not. That's not what I wanted to make it sound like.
No? What did you think you would sound like when you said blood pact, then?
Well, I was thinking, well, when I was younger, me and Harmony used to do this thing where we just like give each other's paper cuts and, promise each other, about not telling mom when, one of us destroys their instruments. That type of blood pack. I don't mean anything devil related. It's just as simple as that. But, if Ellie doesn't want to do a blood pack, we can always do something else.
I mean, if we're talking about deals, maybe we should consult an expert. Looks towards suggestion.
Me? What gave you that idea?
I mean, you're a merchant. You seem to have some sort of, I don't know, something about you. It seems like your eyes glimmer whenever mention of a deal or something happens.
The problem here is that we've already met the end of our bargain. This entire fiasco has been incredibly frustrating. By all accounts, we should have already received Sunlar, and we should have already left. We played all of the games. This
They seem-
additional trickery is not part of the agenda, naturally.
Well, as has been pointed out by all of you, there's no reason for us to still be standing here. We can all just go, that imposter included. I don't know what it is that you all have been through, but it does seem like a lot. And if at the end, if you did this for me, you did this so that we can leave, it does not seem as if that's not the case right now.
Are you. I'm approaching whoever's speaking.
2. Yep.
Are you saying you, Sunla, are perfectly okay with potentially bringing a incredibly powerful Fey creature from a dimension it seems to be able to control, like, absolutely, into
You are.
the same plane of existence that you originate from?
I only know as much about this creature as I've managed to discern from you speaking on it, and the way that most of the group has spoken about. They don't seem all that too concerned. What I do know is that we can't afford to waste much more time here. If, well, since we all want to get out. The quickest way out is just for all of us to go. That includes taking that thing, pointing to Sunlar number 1, out as well. You've given me no reason to suspect it's anything that is not manageable.
And you, other Sunla, do you believe the same exact thing?
I do not. As much as I do want to get out of here, I don't trust that. I don't know. It seems as if this ends when one or maybe all of you make a decision. But I've been told by Francesca not to get too involved, so leave my suggestions to myself.
Yeah, Francesca's not wrong about that. This is still confusing, Sunlar or Soonlar. But you're not. You guys are not wrong. We do have to find a way out of here. So we gotta make it. We gotta make it quick. I mean, we don't know how much time we have left out there. So what do you say? Well, here wants to make a deal. Promise you won't hurt us if we bring you out here, Veli? I mean, do you really even want to travel with us? I mean, don't you
Neither
want to
Soonlar acknowledges you.
Darn it, they're so good.
I'm gonna approach Sunlar too, and then be like,
Uh-huh.
"Could you? I actually have a question for you.
Sure.
You said that you didn't, and I guess I'll hide a little bit. Kind of whisper towards him only. You said that you didn't remember what happened. I believe that you're the real Sunlar. Do you remember what happened to the 2 teams that you took into the Bloodlands? Are they okay?
It depends on if you consider yourself okay. You seem.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the other 2 teams that you took in.
Oh, well, the only teams that I took in, yours, and then the other didn't get to Chimera. However, I did lose. I don't know where the others are, the ones I took after you.
Did you remember what you did with the sunstone? Or not the sunstone, but that thingamabobber that we used.
The sending stone.
No, why did I think it was called the sunstone?
No
Don't
idea.
worry.
Yes, I have it right here. Of course. I obviously did not respond to any attempts to reach out because recently, well, you saw.
Okay. We don't know how to get out of here, by the way. Anyways, I'm gonna go back, and then you stay here. I'm gonna go to the other one.
Okay.
Hey, it's your turn. Let's go.
I can speak now. You lot have become bolder than I last remember.
Yeah. Come on. I have a question for you.
He follows.
Really need to get out of here. And after watching both of you, pretty kind of easy to tell that you're obviously the one. I think we should probably try to get out of here. But
I don't exactly know where here is, and I am too weak. You see the face goes like from the kind of amused to more serious. I would need some rest before I was able to conjure us a way out. You all are get some friendly with, but at the same time, what it is.
You're cutting in and out. Sorry.
No, you speak. You're talking about this Veli being like both a friend and something you fear. I don't know what it is or where we are. He looks
remember what
you in
happened?
the eyes and is like, I am me. I am Sunla. I am the real one. That over there is some pretending. Something.
Forget about him. I already
Okay.
said I know it's you. But what I'm trying to figure out is how you ended up here. You said you don't remember. But do you
No,
remember what happened to the 2 teams that you took into the Bloodlands?
I didn't take 2 teams. It was just the one.
No, you
You
took two
and
teams.
no, I took one team. You
No, you
and
took
Chimera.
two teams.
You and Chimera were left behind. There were 3 teams following, and I was planning on taking each of you the other. You were the first, and you were returned. I left later with the other group. Chimera. Wrong, up north. I was in the middle of the Bloodlands, with no way injured. A planar rift to the Fae to escape, though me and those around fled. I don't know if the line still holds. I don't know. It doesn't. After that...
And how do you feel about suggestion? Curious.
I still believe there's something that he is withholding, whether it be a true motivation. But he does seem to at least have in some way garnered more trust and respect from the rest of you since I last saw, so that's good. Francesca as well seems as comfortable and confident in her own right.
She does take me as the confident type. As for suggestion, since you had brought in that up, I also kind of felt similarly. His actions seem to... Anyways, this isn't the time for that. Anyways, eeny, meeny. Okay, I really think you're the real... Do I have a 100% known fact? No, but I don't think any of us do. Anyway, stand here. I'm going to go talk to there. All right, guys, let's huddle.
I huddle. I'm with them.
Otier approaches the huddle, kind of like scrunched up into himself a little bit, casting his gaze askance as he does. Just kind of shuffles up to the huddle.
Fred's thinking for a moment. When she spoke to the first Sunlar, which was, I think, I forgot.
2.
I'm confused. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
Sunlar 2. He didn't mention any warden names, I don't think.
No.
Cool.
He didn't mention any warden names. He didn't mention
Like, groups, yeah.
the groups by name. Let's see. It seemed like, you guys, his thing was, if taking everyone is an option, let's just take everyone and get out of here. Time to waste. Didn't mention any of the wardens by names. However, both of them insistent on, there was only one group that they took into the 2 at the time. And the first one you talked to, Sunlar 2, had the sending stone when you asked about it.
Correct. Which we know Sunlar didn't have. I'll mention that. At least from what I remember, the kid, this little thing had it, right? Sunlar didn't have it. We didn't know where Sunlar was. I don't know who had it, but somebody heard some kid. Secondly, the first one, Sunlar number 1, did mention, was adamant that we only I thought I could trick it by, gaslighting it to believe that it took 2 groups, but it took 1 group really. And then it mentioned our group, took us first. I think he mentioned.
Yep.
Anyways, I think I'm like 76% sure number 1 is it. That's all. And I know we want to take both of them, but I feel like we should try to maybe convince this first imposter to...
Well, what if we just tried to take one of them? If you think it's number 1, what would happen? What would number 2 do?
Or that you could almost see the candle becoming lit over Otier's head.
What if we take the one you don't think it is and see how they react?
No. Interesting. I mean, unless everyone else is good with that idea, of course. If not, then not interesting.
Well, what if some of us take one and some of us take the other? I don't know. 76% is.
Yeah, it's it. Uh,
Is suggestion in the huddle?
yeah.
Okay.
In is an interesting way to put that.
He's-
He's just standing around them.
No,
Yeah.
no, you're
I'm
not. I
standing
would
around
I
them.
would pull you into the huddle. You are
I'm
a part of the
standing
huddle
around
now.
them.
You are temporarily a warden, so you are a part of the huddle.
I'm standing around them.
You're in the huddle.
Yeah,
Just making sure I'm also in the huddle.
Okay, yeah. Everyone is in or around the.
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm So what you're saying is we're taking both of them. That's what I heard, right?
Look, off of Fred mentioning that the second one had the sending stone, it's pretty obvious. It's probably the first one, considering we all saw it. Tried to use the sending stone, then I spoke to it. It was out here, somewhere around on the ground.
But would Veli know that? And then plant the stone on the real one?
Real one, if that were the case, would probably not be so adamant about knowing that they have the stone if they dropped it before entering here.
What if they didn't drop it? What if she just took it?
Even if it's not the stone, I still believe it was this first one. I would find it very hard to believe that someone such as Sunlar, who was so very suspicious earlier when I met him, to just willingly allow some otherworldly being within the material plane.
Looking back, Otia looks over his shoulder. The two Sunlars are talking. And it seems like the first one looks a bit inquisitive.
I would put my bets it's on the one that doesn't want to bring out the Fey creature on that grounds alone. He had a problem with me. Such a strange person.
I think it's the mask.
Yeah, I'm starting to envy those elves that got turned into whatever they got turned into.
Right? So it seems like Sunlad number 1 or Prime is what I think. How do we announce that? Do we just say it, or
Is there any danger to Sunal if we're wrong about which one?
and will she tell us immediately? I mean, we won her games, like Suggestion said.
Doubtful.
You think this is part of that?
At this point, whatever gets us out of here, I'm willing to take the risk. Regardless, we get a powerful being coming with us back to the Bloodlands.
So what do you guys do?
That is my vote. I don't know if you want to put it down to a vote, but I do believe we should probably hurry.
All right. So Suggestion votes 1. Here, I'll rename them. We could place minis around where you guys are voting. What you guys are voting. Let's say 1 goes to one side, 2 goes to two side, and if both, maybe the middle. I don't know who's writing, but you got them wrong. All right, I fixed it. So Sunlar thinks 1 is the real one. Does anybody else have a thought or anything else? Do you guys not anything else to say? Do
No, I think it's quite obvious at this point. I'm gonna go with 1. I need to place my mini over.
I got you. I moved you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I didn't hear. I was having issues.
so. Suggestions started like putting it to a vote, basically. Which one you think is the real one, or what like you're gonna do? So like, which one do you choose to take? Do you choose to take 1, 2? I guess both would be down the middle. Persephone, Fred, Bishop, Melody.
We're hmm.
2.
Oh, wait, there's a both option. I was fine with both,
Both?
actually.
The both options, the
Okay.
middle option, I guess, right? Is that what that is?
They would both leave, so I think at this point, I mean, I don't have any other abilities to get out of here sooner. I think 1 is then, but in this case,
I'm gonna ask one more question.
Would
To
you
them
like me to
individually.
cast Zone of Truth for this question?
Nah, it's nothing that complicated. Very simple.
Isn't everything that complicated?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go up to 2.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna just ask him. I'm gonna try to get like pretty close in the whisper. I'm just gonna ask him. Whisper to me. What? So I need you to tell me. Whisper to me. What's the name of our group? What's the name of our warden group?
You're kidding, or at least were.
And what were we before that?
I'm not sure if you ever told me. I don't think I ever knew you. Prior to you were kidding. I didn't. You were anything different.
All right, fair enough. I'm gonna go walk over to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Do the same thing.
Okay. The first answer is the same. Or you ask. You're a kidding group. So. Don't believe you were. Though some additions were made after the formation of. Understand correctly.
You were breaking up a lot. I didn't hear what you said.
He just says you're this kidding group.
And then before, what were we before Kieran Group? I don't know if he answered that or not.
Well, before this collection of wardens and temporary or provisional wardens wasn't necessarily anything. If you're talking about what you were in,
Yeah.
would have Phoenix.
Okay. Hmm. Fair enough. I'm still going middle.
Okay. You're still going middle after that? Cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I just wanted to maybe suss out who's who.
Didn't though?
I don't know.
Mood.
One sounds like the right one still, but I don't know.
So, what do you think?
But
I mean, you asked questions, right? Couldn't hear from here.
Well, I was trying to ask if one of each of them knew what her group name was. I know Veli may not have really known we are. We never really mentioned it exactly. Not formally, at least, that I remember.
Well,
Um,
Sunlar would know who we were before, the new group name.
Yep, I did ask that as well, and seemed like one knew the answer. Um, Not sure that if I asked the question the same way to two, but mm, I, I do think it's one. But I still think we'd benefit from taking them both. I think we should know who's who is all.
Well,
Maybe we should put this to rest. People seem to think it's one and want to take. Why not just? I mean, wish that she was here so that I ask her whatever. But even if Velaveria, I know that you won't reveal yourself to us, but just know that even when we guess, when we say who the real Sunlar, that doesn't mean we don't want you to come as well. We want to leave here with both of you, seem. He looks around to everybody. But that I don't.
well, if the rules are important and we can only take one Sunlar, I don't really want to risk it. I mean, and if this is wrong, then
All right, that's what we're gonna do then. Might as well.
Into your
but as it stands, as far as I can tell, there are two Sunlars and we're allowed to take them.
Well, you know, we could only take one Sunlar, but maybe we could take a Sunlar and a Velu if she would stop playing this game. I'm staying in my choice.
I also agree that we could take both, but not under such confusing pretenses. Oh, we would need to be honest about what exactly we are taking out of here. And I will remain on my vote of taking one away.
Mhm.
I don't exactly know how this Valley being thinks. This is number one speaking. But if you need to make a decision, I think all of you have come to the right one. I still stay by what I said earlier. And honestly, I'd rather you be wrong than to make the choice of taking us both, not knowing about this thing what I don't know. Even if that means I can't return with you. Sunlar 2 scoffs. That's ridiculous. I would never think like that. Why would I give up on everything that I fought with you all, with my sister? I wouldn't voluntarily remove myself from the fight.
Right, because you so desperately want to get back to it, don't you? You want to be there in the Bloodlands.
Do you not?
Exactly.
Looks at you a little bit like head tilts to the side at your comment. Still confused.
Going to look at Sunlar 1.
He gives you a slight nod. And that's how you know. That is not me, he says, pointing to Sunlar 2. I don't want to be there.
Barely.
So. If you've made your decision, declare it. Anyone?
There are still votes to be casted, I think, unless Fred, you are voting for both.
I think this is less about like who we're taking and more which one you think is real one.
Oh, wow. Then I believe we are
Was muted.
announcing
Ah.
the first one is the real one.
One. Everyone thinks that number one is the real one except for Melody. Care
Wait,
to
this
talk
isn't
it out,
number
Melody?
one?
No, numbers are hard.
I know, it's such a
They kind
shame.
of
It's
are.
almost like
Look at us forming the line. I can't wait for all of us to be wrong.
And they're also yeah. I can't
Oh,
wait.
what a shame.
All right.
Tom
So
Brown.
just so you know, you guys aren't actually here physically lining up in representation.
We're
of,
physically lining up.
No, everyone's single file line.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Get me out of the Feywild. I want to go back to the Bloodlands.
What are you guys doing?
So, I think
Our
it's...
decision is the one, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No one said anything.
Sunlars, we have a proposition, and that proposition is that one is the real one. Sorry to.
Thank you.
No, that's a proposition. Do you guys agree? Because we all do, and the votes outnumber. So, you know,
What do you
if
say?
you'll have it our way, we'll be leaving with one now.
All right. As Ezekiel makes this declaration, you watch as Sunlar number one gives you a little bit of like an approving nod and takes a step forward to leave when suddenly their form becomes bathed in a glittery light, and as they take the step forward, the next step they take is Velaveria. Suddenly, Velaveria looks down at her hands, and eyes go wide as if in like shock, and she starts to morph back into Sunlar, and Sunlar too, becoming Velaveria. No, just kidding. You guys got it right. The look on your faces. But
You
were
got is
you
good.
serious about me being able to go as well?
Listen, Valley, the deal was that we take one Soonlar. We never said we wouldn't take you. That game was completely unnecessary.
I mean, well, I didn't know that before, and I don't know.
No, I get it, but we did expressly say it, I think all of us at some point or another.
Persephone's just gonna silently extend her hand again with her pinky
Also,
out.
also, I just needed to be sure that, you know, I found him and I cared for him, and he's one of my favorites, and I was gonna. And before I just let you take him, I wanted to make sure that you guys, you know, did too.
I'm gonna look to everyone else. Oh, that's weirdly sweet. Just me. Um,
She skips
Blinded
over
you.
a little bit to up to you, Persephone, and cocks her head to one side, the wild mess of tangled, mossy green hair falling as she does. Looks up to you. What? I kind of forgot what that was about.
Oh, it's just, you know, if you promise to help us with the fiends on the material plane, you know, we'd be glad of your help.
She again, like, kind of looks around and looks at your pinky as if contemplating.
Well, I mean, you know, we played that other game, right? With the fiends. But think of it like that, but like on a bigger scale. You could be collecting them. Fun. But only them.
And all I need to do to go with you is promise to help with fiends on the material plane.
And would you also be able to let my other friends go? And then we'll think about it this way, right? Like, if we were fighting fiends, which is what we're supposed to do, then you can, it's kind of like playing, because I did mention that earlier, right? So we could be doing that and have fun in a new way. And then you can learn how I have fun.
I don't know. They weren't part of the game. They weren't part of the deal. They were
Oh,
particularly nasty to me. I don't think they've learned their lesson. I will let them out once their timeout is done.
and if you don't mind me asking, how long would that be?
I don't know.
You
well,
don't? Okay. Well,
what if,
That's up to them.
it's up to them.
well, they're scared.
I would also
And
say it's probably very not important right now.
Yeah, we can say
Let
this
them do
as we're
their
leaving.
time.
no, well, it's up to you. But if you want to be my friend, and I know I haven't really been a good candidate for that for now, would mean a lot to me if you could. They also want to go home. But
Did you make a charisma check, Frederica?
Uh,
Or persuasion. Let's go persuasion.
I give her guidance. Oh,
She's already said her piece.
yeah, true.
18.
You know what? Good enough.
Mm, okay. I maybe could let them out of time out a teensy bit early. Maybe. I'll bring them back home. You said they wanted to go home. I can bring them there.
And I just wanted to say I'm sorry I was being rude earlier. Early. We were just kind of scared.
It's okay, I understand. And, well, I'm also sorry I didn't understand, why it didn't look like fun at first when you and Bishop were playing like that, but after watching you guys play in the dollhouse, I could see how fun that I see why you like it, kinda. I don't know for me, but I can understand. Anyways, are we gonna go?
Yeah, I think we can go. I think you've grown on us, and we can work out the other stuff later.
She looks excited and looks over at Belly, happy.
Hold on. Okay. Let me just grab a toy and then we'll go. And she goes and grabs one of the little stuffed foxes.
Man,
And bounds up to you. She grabs it and she places it down. Come on! We're gonna go! And the toy stuffed fox, as if coming to life, bounds and springs, leaps around her legs, in between her legs, and just kind of like an excitable little. I'm still not sure if it's best.
Yeah. You know what? To be honest with you, I'm not sure either, but just call it a hunch.
Right, well, how do we get out of here then? Now that this is all settled, which. Thank you, I guess. It is a little bit encouraging to know that, well, you know, you were able to see me, I guess.
Yeah.
So, how do we get out of here?
Veli, could
Oh,
you?
yeah, sure. Just over this way. And she leads the way past into the trees.
oh, what a long journey.
As you say this, Ezekiel, as you guys are walking out, and as you finish the sentences of Elivia, and here we are, she says, pointing towards one of the archways leading.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah. You know what? Makes sense. Um, it, like right out there is that. That's it. That we're out.
What? Yeah, it's right here. What do you mean?
You know what? That's great. That just means I can save the last little bit of energy I have left before feeling absolutely drained. Great. Well, let's get out.
Right. And you guys leave and say, "Come on, Foxy!" And she bounds out after you excitedly, kind of pausing for a bit at the brambled archway, but coming through it. And as you guys go out, she looks around. wonder and bewilderment. The fox, now clutched in her arm, sits down and starts like maneuvering it around with her hands, child playing with its toy.
Okay. We're out. Yes. We did it.
Are we out? I don't know.
Looks like you are. It's not the entrance that you guys had walked in because you came in on a bird, but it's the
No one needs to know
same
that
one.
except our team.
The same one that everybody except for Bishop, Melody, and Fred came in. As you guys stand there and take it in, Velaveria, who is still like puppeting the fox, holding it and kind of like bouncing it along as it walks on the ground, like runs it up to Ezekiel and kind of like runs it up your leg and reaches up, like try to put it onto your shoulder.
Okay.
It's
Sure.
She speaks as if like through the fox and like, but it's Velaveria talking.
hmm
It's me again. Your lap was so warm, but I guess I'll deal with your shoulder.
Oh, poor thing, having to deal with my shoulder, huh?
Well,
It's
it's
quite
a bit.
alright. We
It's
all
a
deal
little
with
bit.
Ezekiel every day.
Oh, okay. Well, that's encouraging.
It's a little bit, harder and pointier than your lap, but. And then just hold it right there. She says to you as she leaves the limp stuffed fox.
Yep. I'll keep it as best as I can.
You hold it. It's, room temperature. It just feels like a stuffed animal. Nothing more.
Just like my IQ. Crazy.
Cute.
Mhm.
All right.
And she's just like spinning, dancing around. It's like, maybe I could be one of you next. I mean, being Sunlar was fun, but I didn't really. I could find out. I've actually played with you all. It would probably be.
And it might be best to just be ourselves for a little bit, please. Having to figure out who's who is a little bit of a hassle. But it would be funny for jokes. Be hilarious, actually.
He walks up to Suggestion, stands like side by side with him, places her hands on her hips and like kind of like puffs out her cheeks. I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's good.
That was
Yeah.
amazing. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell the difference.
I
Perhaps-
am Suggestion, after all. She hasn't changed like physically at all.
No.
Perhaps it's better you dress up as a different, something more unique. You can make up in
Oh.
your mind.
Oh, like Oh, I really like. There are these things. They're like little. They have wings like butterflies, but they're dragons and they're beautiful. If I could pretend to be one of those. And she starts skipping around and like flapping her arms like.
I mean, well, I meant more on the literal sense, but
Huh? She turns.
I
She cocks her head like a little.
imagine if you
confused.
have the ability to turn yourself.
Oh yeah,
something-
I am. And she's still like flapping her arms.
Yes.
I can even do their angry roar and breath thing. Rah! It puts you to sleep. Do you feel tired?
A little
She
bit,
does it again.
yeah.
See, it's working. And she starts like hands out like an airplane gliding around. Rah!
Wait, what time of day is it?
That's a good question.
Roll your
Roll the
your D100.
Roll the die. It is.
2 a.m.
Oh
Nah,
my
it
God.
is. Let's say early afternoon, by the looks of it. On what day? You can't be sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. I'll bug Ezekiel about. Ezekiel, you have one more in you. Hopefully,
I do, yes.
now
Okay,
would be the time to use it.
you're right. Okay, let's do this for real this time. Casting Sending.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, Fungus. This is Ezekiel. I'm checking in to tell you that we have successfully made it out. Where are you guys? I hope that you're okay, Kaya. I haven't heard from you in what I believe to be, in your time, a long time.
Mm.
So, please respond when you can.
Okay. Kaya responds. You can hear the exhaustion in her tone. What was it? Moss. It's been a long 3 days. Made it to Concordia. And it's not good. The line has made it to within a day's travel. And there's just a lot. And that's it.
Well, that's rather negative news.
Yeah.
Word back from Kaya. So their party took it, 3-day expedition to complete our trip to Concordia. The line is only within a day's travel of Concordia. I don't.
Wait, what about? Wasn't there an outpost over there? The line being pushed.
Well, who's to know?
They said it took how long? A day? It's been 3?
Well, a 3-day trip to Concordia, presumably. I don't know how long we've been gone.
They said it's been about another 3 days since the last time they've spoken. And that the Asmodeus line is less than a day's travel north of.
Oh wait, hold on. Out of character. So it's been 3 days since we last spoke. I think when we
So
first
that's close
spoke,
to a week, about a week.
Okay.
Or
About a week.
yeah, somewhere between 5 and 7 days.
Okay, yeah, because I know what he said. It was before. It was like a few days too before that.
Yeah.
Before we. Yeah. Okay.
Yep, it's been, so judging by that, it's been maybe probably closer to 6 or 7 days.
God damn. Okay.
Shit, better than I thought. I mean, still bad, but
We get out and it's 100 years in the future.
stop. No, thinking like a month.
Oh my god.
Ezekiel, I haven't heard that name in decades.
It's
Oh
been
no.
too long, old friend.
Where, if you come down to the slave mines, we can
Slave
we
mine.
can
Oh my god.
we can reconnect. It's not so bad. We only work 18 hours a day. Meals.
For our Lord
Sometimes.
Azazel?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Well, we could. No, we would likely wake up very early in the night, but we could get all rest. And then I believe Sunlar has a way. Is there a bit quicker?
He nods. I would.
Should Concordia be our destination? Is there not somewhere else we need to travel first to check in? I mean, Suna has been missing for who knows how long.
I need to get back to the line at least.
We
See
heard
if-
from the legatus we're not to use magical communication anymore. Ezekiel and Kaya made an arrangement with one another. They used like a passphrase or something they agreed upon. I've no idea what it is. I've tried not to know because it's better not to know. But I received a message from the legatus saying that we're not to trust any more magical communications.
Nods. Yes.
But
Yes, so I wonder if we should perhaps travel somewhere where there are more wardens to, get an update on both sides of the situation.
That should either be at this point, depending on where this is. You said that you've not yet reached Chimera went ahead a few days. You said,
Yes.
in between Pomona and Kona, and those would be the two places to go for updates on the situation. But if we made it back to Pomona, that brings you further from, well, where we might be needed. Also, probably be a place to go to get better intel. I can move quicker alone. I think that you lot should continue your way northwards to Cordia. I can head back to Pomona, convene with the legatus, and either find you on the road there
there was a messenger,
in the city.
but I don't know what happened to him. We encountered this room, the area. After that, well, he rode ahead. I mean, he didn't really tell us anything. He had a message on parchment, I believe. But I don't know that he made it out.
And this was before you entered that area, so near a week. Many things could have changed in that, even if we did have.
I was just saying what we know. I was giving you all the information that we have, because it's unusual. I mean, not what we've become accustomed to.
Oh, so then it seems that you're gonna go back and, like you said, convene with the legatus, find us, and we're gonna stay our course at Concordia.
According to what Ezekiel said, that is where, well, certainly some help, some aid will be needed. Line got pushed back, and if it is within a day's travel of Concordia, how exactly far? That means that the line was put back further in one go. Well, than I would expect it to. That leads me to question if Concordia is the only area, the only have run into difficulties. If I return to Papuna, return to Gatus, they would have. That's where all of our information heading to at this point. Could learn what's going on in every reach of Kia. Not just Concordia, but places like Onos Past and Pax and the western marches as well.
Hmm. Oh,
Yeah, we definitely want to know what we're getting into. So that
He looks
You said
down
you can
towards
tell.
Velaveria, who is still just kind of in her own imagination land, it seems. No, I'm not sure about that. I'm still unsure about that one.
That one did save your life, if it's for consideration.
she did.
From what I've gathered, it wasn't necessarily just out of the benevolence of she didn't call me by my name, nor refer to me as if entrusting a possession to another.
Right. I mean, yeah.
Velaveria comes up and reaches up towards to the limp stuffed fox on your shoulder still, Gil.
Oh,
Grab your hand.
hey. I'm gonna gently hand it to her.
She takes it and goes around and like holding the fox. Same things like, look, now you're flying too.
I think that we'll be fine, and with her around.
I'm not sure that that's what's best for us or for her.
What do you mean?
She can't protect herself here, I don't think.
Ultier cocks his head to the side and
I think it's just in there, motioning towards where we came from.
I mean, how so? I'm gonna yawn and stretch. How come?
Well,
What do you think only in there?
Well, I mean, the fox is just a toy. It's not running around like it was just before we came out. And she is herself, not, in fact, a tiny dragon with butterfly wings. I mean, sure, you could play along and imagine. I could see that, but
Hmm.
we can always cross that bridge when we get to it. Because I mean, even though maybe she doesn't have the full scope of her powers, I mean, she did create that, right? I mean that wasn't just there, so she must have some power. Maybe just she's not as powerful out here.
What do you think, Veli?
Hmm?
Do you have powers out here?
Powers?
Well, not powers, but the things that you can do. Can you do them out here?
I mean, what do you mean? I can do lots of things. I can skip rope. You saw that, but you're really good at that. I can draw pretty good. I can make tea. I've been learning how to braid hair too. I did practice on Sunlar a little. I can do that.
Well,
If a big scary monster showed up, would you know what to do?
Oh,
Protect yourself?
well, the monster doesn't want. Well, I mean, I'd probably just try to get it to be nice, and if it didn't, put it in timeout with the other naughty toy. And then keep playing.
hmm.
Belly, do you have a way to get back to your room if you need to?
I mean, it's right there.
Well, let's say we were really far away.
Oh,
Would you have to walk back, or can you just be there whenever you want?
well, I could be anywhere, wherever.
Are you able to take your room with you?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like
You just
right now, we're all on the beach, and there's the ocean, and she points out, and this is sand.
I'm guessing this is all pretend. She's just pretending,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
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 Well,
Can't just like leave her, you know? We said we were gonna take her.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
If she's just a child here, I'm not taking a child to the Bloodlands.
It wasn't what we wanted or agreed to. It's not. We don't want to endanger her. It's not that we don't want to travel with her, with you, Veli. It's that I'm worried that you wouldn't be safe. That you have a wonderful room where you are very safe.
I don't understand.
um,
Looking at her, she's genuinely like confused, like maybe like not even used to being looked at, like instead of with this, or where it was with almost fear, I think is what you guys would have looked at it with. Now it's pity or sympathy. Looking at her, does not seem at all aware of any difference in what she's doing out here. That it seems all the same to her.
Do you want to just? Okay. Could you put me in timeout just for a moment, just to see?
Did you do something bad? I mean, I
No.
don't.
I want you to bring me right back. If you do, could you do that?
Okay, well, I guess I can. I'm just pretending to be mad at you, okay? I'm not really.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
And she gestures dramatically, points a finger up at you, Stephanie. Almost like some of you might flinch at it, like wondering, like waiting for her to be dollified or origamied. But nothing happens. And you'll come back when you're good again. And she looks at the rest of you. Veliveria does. Her eyes crossing over where Persephone is, but there's no sense of her even acknowledging your presence.
I'm still
Should
here.
I bring her back now?
I'm waving at her.
She like this one like intentionally like averting her, like avoiding looking at you.
I'm going to try to like tag her on the shoulder or something, like.
Well,
She.
really,
Hmm?
she's still she's still right there.
Well, I mean, no, she's not. She told me to put her in timeout. I put her in timeout.
Oh, okay.
I should bring her back, though. I don't know. Sometimes when they get put in timeout, they start to forget.
You go ahead and take her out then.
Okay. And she gestures towards where you were, Persephone. Makes a big face, like, and you're back. It wasn't too bad for you, I hope. Did you learn your lesson?
I'm sure we all did.
Yes.
What a predicament.
Oh,
Yes, it's a predicament. Clearly, just send her back into her room. If we're worried about that, shouldn't be there. Let's be honest. What happens if it gets big? If it spreads? What happens if... I mean, out here, she's manageable. She's just a child. We could take her away from... Put her somewhere where she has no power.
well.
It's either
Persephone.
that or let her go back in there, because we're not taking her to the Bloodlands.
No, we can't. We can't. I couldn't bear to see anything happen to her. This is a weird question, Persephone, but I'm sure you still have your bag of holding, right?
Yes.
Do you think a person could survive in there?
What the
Maybe.
hell are you suggesting?
What
Oh
a fucking
my.
monster, bro.
What the hell?
Oh
We're
my!
not even in danger, Ezekiel!
I don't know how it works.
Kidnapping Ezekiel.
Not if she's willing.
When
Oh.
you just said, let's
She's-
take this little girl and stuff her into a sack.
You know, when you say it like that so aggressively, I start to see where like maybe lines are being crossed. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I think you were
don't-
getting better
going
at
to-
this, Ezekiel.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm going to put you in timeout now. He grabs you by the
Okay.
scruff of your neck and just starts to half carry you, half lead you away.
Yeah, no
Ezekiel's just
mayonnaise
like-
for a month.
Mhm.
Wait, no mayonnaise.
Quiet, you're in timeout. He places you like facing a tree. Now you stand there.
Okay.
I see why the boy needs help now.
Well,
Yeah.
Veli, you could go to. You said you could go to your room anytime, right? So, what if? Can you like anywhere, anytime, or just like here, anytime?
She's talking funny. I said
Well-
we're still at the beach. I can be wherever I want, whenever I want.
Yeah, you did say that. Uh,
We're at the beach, huh, Valley?
Mhm.
Can I see you make a sandcastle?
Sure, I can make a sandcastle big enough for all of us to live in. And she starts to go and like sort of play in the dirt a little bit, and you can see her making little mounds of dirt, tossing like sticks aside and looking up towards the sky. Tower. We need a drawbridge.
How did you turn your dolls into, your fiends, the fiends into dolls? Did they just stumble upon here? Did you bring them in? As weird as that sounds, I'm just curious how you brought them to your room.
They were in my room.
They were just
Same
there.
way that same way I put Persephone in timeout. I put them in timeout. You guys are acting funny.
Uh, Feli, I don't see that gigantic sandcastle you were talking about, if I'm being honest with you.
She looks at you like you're crazy. Are you saying you don't want to play? Is that because it's right there? Just made it. Ask.
You know what, Feli? Maybe you're right. Mm, Maybe, maybe I don't want to play, and maybe we should just, you should just go to your room.
Did
Right.
I do
I'm
something wrong?
no, Belly.
I'm imagining
Belly. I'm
Ezekiel
gonna
is
walk
doing
out of
this
the
still.
corner.
No, I think he's still saying this, but he's facing the entire
Yeah,
right
okay.
now.
Bailey.
He's gesturing arms are like no, Felly. It's like no, turning. He's just facing the tree in timeout as he speaks. That's
Yeah, I'm
my
like
mental
yelling.
image, and you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what?
yeah.
You're right. I'm yelling at the tree line. Belly, it's not that.
No, Felly, what are you
Belly,
doing? You're breaking
what
my
are you
heart.
doing? Melody, you're breaking your belly's heart.
You're
It's
breaking your belly's heart.
I
There you
just,
go. Ezekiel, stay.
Yep.
I'm not trying to hurt you, Feli. I just don't think the time is right for you to be out here with us, you know?
I think what we're trying to say, Belly, is it's your rules don't work out here. You know, it's not like in your room. In your room, when you imagine things or when you play it's real. I know it's real to you here out too, but it's not real to anybody else. And we're just worried that
Nobody's ever
you're gonna.
not just played by my rules before.
Yeah, I know it's hard to it's hard for to go through that change, but yeah, out here your rules aren't working, and it's not that we don't want to play or we don't want to see your sandcastle. We can't like we could in your
Well,
room.
then how would I play with? It sounds terrible.
Well, you know how you didn't like when I broke your dolls? So they could do that to you here. And all of us, really. So if you're in your room, you're safer, and we don't want you to break. Her gaze goes towards the team, like she's not sure if she's saying the right thing.
Yes, you are our most precious and valuable toy, and we do not want you to break.
Oh, that's not true.
Well put, Fred.
You're twisting the words, sort of. Why are you laughing?
It's just it points at suggestion and then puffs out her chest and her cheeks again.
I bow dramatically.
Out here, I am the one who makes the rules.
I wouldn't go that far. Perhaps.
Mm, okay. If you're saying I should stay here, um, can I at least give you?
You're breaking up.
If you're saying I have to stay here, give you.
What?
We
I don't
hear
know what you're
give
trying to
you,
give
and then it
Why is my microphone
Sorry.
things?
Mm-hmm.
If you're
I don't
saying I
know.
have to stay here, can I at least give you something before you go?
Sure.
Yeah.
I made one for each of you. It's for partially for winning earlier and winning the game. She walks up and on small scraps of paper,
Oh.
written in a child's hand, she starts passing out these small scraps of paper to each of you. Seems to be written in colored wax on it. Sloppy, blocky handwriting. The words invitation to
Invitation to what?
invitation to play.
Ah.
Oh, she did in Fayola crayons. That's so cute.
Oh my god.
Francesca
Okay.
will tuck it inside her armor.
Mm-hmm.
As she comes over to my my corner, I take it and I put it in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Veli.
Yeah. So
You should be good. No, actually, she doesn't give one to Ezekiel.
Oh, okay. You know
No,
what?
she's like, and this one's for Ezekiel wherever he is when he comes back.
Well,
Oh,
this means
sir,
we
can
can
I
come back
come
and
out?
Otier goes and steps a few feet over, grabs his. All right, you're good. Oh, Ezekiel,
Thank
there you are.
you.
Here you go. This.
Oh, that's so sweet. I appreciate it. Thank you, Otir.
so
I
this means
will
we can come
not.
back and play.
I will not recommend that we abduct children again
Thank you.
Write
unknowingly.
that 25 times on the blackboard, please. I will not knowingly abduct children. I will.
I
Oh
will
my
not
God.
knowingly abduct.
Jeez.
It was a great idea in my head.
Yeah, 10 minutes later, it wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the amount of oxygen. Time.
Oh, that's how that works. I genuinely, both in and out of character, did not know how a bag of holding worked.
What
Well,
if you put a bag of holding inside a bag of holding? It multiplies that.
ooh,
Wait, doesn't that cause it to create a black
Shut
hole?
up!
No,
yeah.
stop.
Don't tell him.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not
You
gonna do that to
don't.
him. I'm not gonna. Stop. No.
Man, I
That's
have to
so
try that sometime.
diabolical. Look, drop him to 0 HP all you want, but don't banish him to whatever to whatever plane that is.
I get to visit Azul's wife or something.
So, with her little blue stuffed fox, Veliveria stands at the entryway of this arch that you made into. Clutching it to her chest, she looks up at all of you.
Vili,
Hmm?
one last thing. I'm gonna walk over to Veli, and I want to give her a hug. Don't forget you have the sending stone, okay? You can contact us.
I think maybe I should retrieve that, actually.
Oh, come on.
It is one of the few sure ways that we until we have to go ahead to use the sending spell.
Oh,
I mean, I could make a password with you too.
I don't. And what if she loses it? What if it's taken away? Not just for communicating, but
Yes,
someone were to
Suna,
try
what
to
if it is
find.
taken away or lost? Hmm? I'm just gonna like say that in the back.
Oh my god. Those smug purple eyes.
The smug purple eye.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You're gonna be like talking shit about what if it gets lost? Brother, you lost in the first place.
You could think of it as her reward for saving you. Hmm?
I think
I think I got something better. Oh,
no.
maybe you got something better
Go
than that.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you. I mean, I was just.
What is he gonna give her, a grenade?
No, I was just gonna suggest that you can have a special password. Talk to Veli.
Well, oh, okay. Well,
This
You know,
is. She can keep it. It's fine. You're not wrong, Francesca. It's... You're right. And I'm going back to Pomona. No time to waste on us.
You can't go back to Pomona exactly. You have to go somewhere else. You can't. I don't think you can teleport in anymore. Or whatever it
Then
is
I'll
that you do.
walk, or I'll get as close as I can. I
I
can't do any of
understand.
that right now.
I know. I'm just telling you that they also mentioned something about anti-magic, something other. I don't have
Right.
the details. I just had forgotten to mention it, and
No, it's calming down a little bit. Got it. Thank you for the information.
Why don't we all rest while we have the power of numbers and then we can all pick it up under the cover of night?
oh my god.
You
Oh my
can.
god, sleeping.
As I said,
Okay.
you all head to Concordia. I'm going to make my way back to Pomona. Glances up, gauging the directions by where.
sooner.
Hold on, wait. You mean on foot?
At first, as much as I can.
I mean us. Audio. Foot.
Yes.
Worried about us more. No, I mean us. Come on.
Isn't that
Why I would prefer to have had the stone so I could. Well, I have other means of finding. Be able to come gather you and bring you the rest of the way, but if something happens between now and then, I'd rather you have put some distance behind you rather than waiting here.
you couldn't say drop us off in Concordia and then go on your way?
Not at the moment.
Well, after a rest.
I suppose
I
he
think you
sits down
died,
and
Suna.
he sits down, thinks. One hand, you could tracing repaired wound down his chest. It still has that stitching and ceramic look to it that hasn't changed, and you can tell it's definitely foreign and weird for him. That depends on whether having us physically there in Concordia or information on currently is more important.
I think the fact that you lost the stone doesn't matter. I think you died. I think Feliveria put you back together. So I think you need to calm down a bit and just try to take it easy as you can and don't push yourself physically. Because you've only just woken up. I don't know how long you were. I mean, she referred to you as broken.
After retreating to the Fae, my time there until I woke is a blur. I very well may have. I don't know. But I'm alive now. We still have duty, things to do.
I'm just saying that if the stone helps us, you should have it.
He looks over from his sitting position towards Velaveria, who's still kind of rocking from her heels to her toes, sort of like waiting.
Perhaps I can trade this page for the stone then? You go in real quick and just get the stone.
You say the invitation to play page? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Like if she's not willing to get it free and Sunlar needs it, then I could, you know, I'm no
I
stranger
guess it
to
is.
bartering.
Well, I mean, she reaches into her pocket, takes out the stone, and hands it to you, Suggestion. It's fine. It doesn't really belong to me. Besides, it's part of you anyway. You should have it.
Bossy will never forget you. Here you are, Sunlar.
He takes it, nods. Maybe resting. Correct.
If you could do us a favor and we can all get some rest, perhaps you can drop us off in this Concordia and then want to go on your way.
I will need to rest first. Yes.
Th- of course. And as Persephone said, does like you could use it.
There were parts of him that were really, really. I had to use other parts to fix it.
What parts are really, really broken?
A little bit of his shimmer. Some. He barely had any. I found. So I had to take a bit of his glow to fix it.
Your mic's doing it again. Shimmer.
I'm sure his
His
mic
shimmer,
would not make a difference.
his mic would not make a difference.
She basically said a bunch of gobbledygook.
I'm sure, but maybe we can decipher the gobbledygook.
Bishop, that's a bit personal now, don't you think? Look, Sunlar is here. He's well and good. In the early evening, we'll be in Concordia, and he'll be on his way back to Pomona, presumably.
At least until I get the information. If Concordia does not have the information that. If it does, then closer to the Bloodlands, and we can go from there. But if Concordia is in disarray, then we need answers, if there are answers to be.
Then we will be glad to have your company in Concordia after some rest.
All right. Let's rest up then. It shouldn't be too difficult. Well, if you guys ever want to play again. She points towards the papers that some of you are still holding.
It would be so much fun to play again soon, Belly.
She smiles, squeezes the tightly, and begins head back way. As she does, the faint sound of her giggling echo. That and the sound of the surf, ocean waves crashing onto shore.
It's a beach now. That sounds like fun. At least she'll be safe in there.
Yeah.
With that,
Oh.
you all begin to set up camp, or a sort of camp somewhere to just crash and relax.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm so burnt at this point, I would sleep on the bare floor. Ugh.
Is there anything that anyone wants to do or say before you guys rest?
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and Melody's gonna go pull Bishop to the side. Hey, Bishop, can we talk for a sec?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, that was a lot of fun back there. Solving the puzzles and everything with Valley, and it was all just play pretend, right? Or, I mean, right, of course. She's just looking
Yeah.
down. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, we were playing pretend. Yeah.
right, of course. I, I just wanted to make sure, you know, we were on the page of the same. Okay, well,
What?
yeah, whatever that means. Well, how are you feeling?
Well, about as tired of her as everybody else. Yeah, I mean, you we could all use some rest. I'm sure we'll feel a lot better after some sleep.
Yeah, you're right. Well, um, thanks for everything. It was a lot of fun, but I know it was just another days of work. So I'm gonna go now. And she starts walking away slowly.
Okay.
She's gonna cry like Stewie. And she goes to bed.
After
Just
that,
kidding.
Otier is going to pull Frederica away.
Hey, can we talk for? I mean, if you're not busy.
I was going to look at the camp. No, not being busy is exactly what I want to do. What's up?
So, I mean,
He kind of gestures away from the group, and you guys walk.
so I just sort of want. I just wanted to clear the air. I mean, you're not bad feeling.
No, I'm just tired. I don't have any bad feelings about, well, kind of. Still can't stop thinking about the other elves that I saw.
She said that she'd let them back, get them back home, right? And even if she released them and they came with us, problem met them. They were trying to get back home, back to the Feywild. Oh, it said he.
And well, I'm assuming she kept her word and she did say she was going to send them home. I don't know. I wonder if I could do more, if I've done enough, if I put my place in the wrong people. And as she said that, I guess Melody's still there, but catch a glimpse of her leaving.
What do you mean? Are you saying that you wanted?
We are as
You wanted
strong
some-
as. No, just. I didn't like how everyone was talking to her. She's as part of Curing Group as anyone else. And I really pushed for that. And I know things in the Feywild were a little bit weird. And times where she's helpful, and there are times where I question my own judgment. But sorry, I'm kind of just thinking out loud, thinking about the choices I've made that led us here. I know Persephone was mad at me. She had every right to be. And if it was under different circumstances, maybe I would have enjoyed the Feywild.
All
But
things
all I
considered,
kept
here is, I mean, better than when we got here. We've spent time, but if we afford this, we would have sure been in Concordia now, but Sunlar would still be in there. One of her dolls or toys or whatever would have never found. So for what that's worth, it wasn't only
Oh.
your combination. But here, not that.
Fred's gonna cross her arms, close her eyes, and listen intently. Just kind of like nod her head. I don't want to lose anyone that's here. Speaking of here, what happened with the rest of your group? Or are you the only one here?
They went ahead to Concordia, talked about it. There was a lot of debate, a lot like choosing the Sunlars, actually. A whole lot of talking. Well, it was kind of slow to make a decision. They decided it best that some of us went in after you, as well as, the time difference thing. You lot were suspended seemingly in midair back when Mel was still a bird, and so some of us decided to go in after you to go forward to Concordia. And, well, that's where they are, and that's where I am.
Fred is going to smile and look at Otier. Well, you set a very good example for other wardens, and I hope with this we can continue to grow and really make a difference. I know we have been trying to, right? Really do believe in what the wardens want. I know the wardens are in everything, but for now, focus.
I believe the longer this goes on, the more dire things seem. The more hopeless it seems. At least for me, that's when I'm the most sure of character. And at the point where once anyone has either betrayed you, after all is said and done, trustworthy comrades. And that isn't nothing.
No, it's not. And I mean, we're have to be capable at some point if we're still here. And we survived all of that and more. I just hope others also see it within our team, not just certain people, but at any rate. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, of course. No question about it. And then kind of as an aside, wasn't nearly.
You're cutting out. Sorry.
Kind of like as an aside after he said, yeah, no problem. It wasn't even a question in my head. No, this wasn't nearly as hard as Ezekiel.
As Ezekiel's what now?
What?
What?
Speaking of Ezekiel, I should probably. And he leaves. He walks around you towards Ezekiel.
That's just gonna walk him leave.
Wait to go to sleep. Oh.
I can't wait to go to sleep, he says. Ezekiel, we have to talk about that thing.
Oh,
Grabs it.
there.
No, as you're like kind of getting it, he scoops Ezekiel up, who's in his like sleeping bag, and throws him over, still in the sleeping bag, and
Oh, yay. Okay.
Ezekiel's just sleeping, jostled by the large Goliath. Anyways, anybody else?
Persephone's gonna go find suggestion and just be like, you know, I'm very grateful that you decided to go in there.
I mean, really, yeah, you guys seem to have that very well handled.
No way. I mean, I would have lost them at the first sign of anything. I mean, it was like herding, I don't know, cats or something. But, you did it very well. It's hard to believe. I mean, you did mention a younger brother, but then you kind of dodged the question. But for sure, you must have a younger brother. Some sort of sibling.
um, did you believe it untrue?
Oh, well, I just asked you, and you were kind of dodgy about the question when I did.
Perhaps it is a touchy subject.
Oh, well, if it's too difficult to speak about, I can understand that. I just, you seem to handle yourself very, very well when managing those who need managing.
Well, when it comes to a bunch of grade schoolers, I suppose it's not that difficult. It, I'll take it as a compliment. I appreciate it that you valued my assistance.
Oh, I
At
mean,
least
you've
someone does.
helped so much. Like, it's not really. I mean, I can't really even count the ways. Like, you've really helped a lot, and I've noticed that you've just been someone who's just been really reliable and there, and, pretty fair.
That, interestingly, means a lot. In usual dealings, someone's not so, well, hearing. Um,
Not so what?
endearing, kind, compassionate.
Oh,
You are too good, some might say.
I don't know about any of that, but I do know that, it has not gone unnoticed. I don't know that we would have ever found them had it not been for you helping to keep everyone together. And I mean, obviously, with the deal that I made, it would have been way worse, and I have no idea how much time I've given up since we went in there out of fear of breaking that agreement.
I believe I at least counted you doing it, what? Twice? I caught an eye. I hope you can pay in advance.
That would be good, but I'm not really counting on it. I just sort of panicked. I mean, I didn't really want to come out and be like, old.
No, I didn't imagine that would have been the case.
Though I don't even know if that's how it works. I mean, it could just be like days off your life, so I stay the same age, but, it's just the end of it that gets moved closer.
I wouldn't worry about the details too much, at least not the negative ones. I meant what I said. We will find some way to get rid of all of that and get you out of this predicament. You cannot die, Persephone.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning on it, but I do appreciate. I mean, if I'm honest, it's just really nice to not be shouted at and to have someone kind of understand that I'm not trying to be careless with everything. I just have to do something, have to try.
The others are more stubborn, yes. Probably more gooder than you. And thus.
More good.
Yes.
Sorry.
But they do mean well. It seems, anyways.
Oh, I don't doubt it, and I do understand, perhaps, my endeavour may have been a bit misguided on some level.
I wouldn't call it that. I mean, again, it's very clear in this entire group. You are one of the only people that does what needs to be done.
Not
matter
far
the cost.
away, Otir is walking away from the group. You catch a glimpse of him carrying.
He has to have a thing for your sister.
Oh, yes, I think so too. It was so funny, Ezekiel and Fred were both trying to set each other up with him.
Under the guidance of Ezekiel. Poor fool.
I know, it's so hopeless, but it is funny. But I mean, I don't think they would make a bad. I mean, if they did like each other. Seems like they could be most suitable for one another, really. Very similar interests, but sometimes it's, differences that can. I really don't know. I didn't really think that much about it. It was more just.
So Otir set Ezekiel up against like a tree or something, is dozing as Otir. And man, when our hammers smash together, oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm so happy
Really?
for you, man. Ezekiel's
Really,
kind of like one eye open, other eye like drooping. His eyes keep like crossing to like roll over. But he has to keep like shaking
She gets
himself a little
those,
just to keep the
never seen her
yapping.
get like that before. Time she does, it's like her emotions are just palpable. They like you. How do you not? Hey. No, he's too distracted.
Yeah. You're so right. You're so right.
Anyways, Persephone's suggestion. The scene continues more of that.
it really gives you a future to look forward to.
I mean, yeah, Oh dear, that would be. I don't think Mother, but speaking of Mother, can't say that I'm not worried about Concordia.
Your mother currently resides in Concordia.
Yeah, that's where the estate is. She could be maybe not there, and then that would be good, but, we have people who look after it too, so, I just. Everyone needs to be protected. It's not just.
Well, yes, of course. That is what people like you and I are for.
A couple of regular heroes we are.
Sophie would probably call us that.
Oh no, I wouldn't really say that I was. Just that I try to do what I can.
Hmm. Well, we get going possible if we want to hopefully see your mother to safety, assuming she is there.
Yeah, if she is there, I'm sure that she's fine. Though if she is there, I'm not sure what she's thinking. That's a bit. But we are related, so it kind of makes sense. She was worried about candlesticks or something ridiculous.
Really, that's the type of woman she is. The fiends at her door and worried about candlesticks.
Well, who knows what it would actually be? I don't. She's very concerned with things that I'm very much less concerned with, and that Fred could care. It'd be better if Fred didn't have to care about them.
You both turned out pretty alright, it looks like, so what of your father?
Oh, he's wonderful, but very busy. His work keeps him very busy.
Oh, I imagine he's not around very often.
No, but I understand it. He's looking after, everyone. On some level. Yeah.
Everyone, yeah?
Kind of seems like it now, but, I don't really. There's two of them, so sort of everyone. Half of everyone. Everyone, two. No, yes, just everyone.
That's interesting. Well, I'm surprised then if your father was never around that often. Mother sounds like a woman that you turned out the way that you did.
You kind of said it earlier about everyone here. The intentions are good and well, and the thoughts are positive, or meant to be, but the execution
So you've
was.
had practice.
I wouldn't say that I haven't, but what about you? What about your family?
Not as not as kind as yours, surely. Even in your descriptions of your mother.
Well,
But that is neither here nor there.
so you didn't have. Were you close to your sibling?
Well, yes. Very much so. I'd say we had a bit of a falling out. And, well, here I am. Traveling merchant, now temporary warden.
It's hard to believe that you couldn't perhaps mend the fences if you wished to.
Some things are much harder than just simply trying to mend something broken.
Well, I mean, there must be something left to build upon. And if not, you can build something entirely new, perhaps. I mean, if you go about it. I really don't know what could have possibly happened. And if you wish to talk about it, I'm here and would not mind listening, but
I appreciate the offer, however, it's not particularly necessary. My sibling, my parents, my life entirely has nothing to do with the Bloodlands.
no, but I mean, perhaps not. But really, it's what we're here fighting for, isn't it?
To rid this land of the fiends, yes. That we share a similar goal.
So, you don't have any hopes for the world after if we do accomplish this goal? Well, I guess better said for when we accomplish this goal, because I entirely intend to, and I do believe we can.
Well, I've kind of already said it in a manner of speaking. You could say I am doing this all for people like Red and Old Tier. They deserve to be happy, potentially together, maybe.
Well, you should not forget to include yourself in that as well.
My role is potentially, probably, no different than the one that we are sharing right now in this very moment. It's there, but not exactly within everything. Now, I wouldn't want to give away too much.
You haven't given anything away. You're still very mysterious. I mean, you've no need to be.
The surprise will be much sweeter when you find out. And this is all over, and you see the Kia with no more fiends. It will be a delight, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm hoping so.
And as suggestion proves that he, in fact, does enjoy playing games, it seems.
Different.
He is more like Vetiver. Maybe anyone else here. You all find your way to get some rest, whether that is act with thoughts or the sounds of a rambling Goliath. Get to your rest, and we'll wake in the evening. Next time. and you will
We level up
awaken a
because we
whole new level
awaken.
further. Yes, correcto.
Yeah.
And make sure we're not doing a second one. So you guys have done any questions, concerns around